Alright, hello everyone for another weekend of PSU LCS action. Tonight, as we're doing a really rushed intro, Team Miku is taking on Coach Gap, and we're already into Game 1 draft. Once again, I am Sioka. Tonight, joined here for the TriCast, in fact.
Yup.
You wanna go first?
We got Devin, and we also have
Peter, hello.
Peter. Hello.
Yep.
So our starting draft right now is starting with the Kali and the Rumble banned out on the side of Team Iku, and Karthus Shen banning out from the side of Coach Gap. So got Kali, Rumble, and Aurelia. So just really targeting the top and mid laner so far.
Yep. Of course, lots of role swap, or I guess not role swap, personnel changes on both these teams here so far. Nightlark going up to the top lane with N0 coming in from mid lane for Miku. D-Only Virus filling the support role for Coach Cap. So both these teams fairly new in terms of players, despite being so late in the season.
Yep.
First pick here for Team Miku. Instead go with the
Sivir. Sivir will be first picked here. Very strong champion in the current meta. Very versatile, has the two build paths, both the Valde and the crit build path potentially. So very good pickup here for the side of Team Miku. Yep, has to be covered, but probably will not be picked. Volibear, first pick.
I want to see it. Oh, how lame.
Volibear are flexible if they don't want to walk in top here just yet. Of course, can go jungle or top lane, both very effective.
Catalyst actually have been talking about how OP Volibear in the jungle is recently. He's been playing that apparently, so.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Kaisa, yep, Kaisa.
Classic Kaisa.
Yeah, one of Gated's probably favorite or most picked champions, I'd say, in the Alliance solo queue, but also in PSU LCS. So very excited to see him pilot this champion. So far, trending towards a very aggressive, kind of early game dominant team count with Volibear potentially in the jungle, as it has been quite, prevalent, especially in LEC today. It was picked 3 of the 4 games, I believe.
Yep. Bitmock auto-locking the Kazakhs here for B2. Pretty much banned against him every single game thus far in PSU LCS, so finally getting his hands on that one. One of his 2 more signature champions with the Karthus, which was banned away by Coach Gap. Now, probably expecting to see maybe top lane or support here out of Miku.
Alistar. Nope. So probably expecting to see something like a
Rel?
maybe a Row, a Thresh.
Thresh also good, yeah. Rel's good.
I think Thresh is very, very likely. Maybe even a Pike potentially, but kind of doubtful.
In this
Probably Thresh. It's probably gonna be Thresh. I think.
Oh, Morgana, that's also good. Very good actually. So
Oh, that's actually not bad.
yeah, very good. Morgana being locked in here. Actually, also a flex pick potentially, since Vale was a Morgana mid player.
He did say he doesn't play it anymore ever since the Glacial Augment is not useful anymore.
But now that Everfrost build is back, maybe he will be premiering it again here.
Yone ban for some reason. Does Troll play Yone? Does Vale play Yone?
Yeah, he can play Yone.
Yeah, just trying to take away some options from top and mid lane. Yone just kind of strong, a little bit in the right hands. Can certainly do quite a bit of damage. Has some of the best scaling in the entire game.
Diana banned out. What? Who plays Diana on their team?
Perhaps the mid laner has that option.
Has the option of Diana. I'm not sure if he's generally leaning towards. And they're just going to take away a lot of the AD mid options here from Vale.
I'm very interested to see why Lucian banned there. Really, too late for Lucian ban, I think.
Alright, so they are going to... I'm not sure about this Camille pick, because you are just kind of confirming where the Volibear is going.
Yep.
So Miku does get kind of off the hook there with that flex pick. They do get to at least try to get some sustainable or winning matchup top side or jungle, whichever they really prefer. Actually, both if they really want to. Considering Kazakhs shouldn't do too bad into Volibear.
We're picking the Ornn for Nightlark, who is all the field ADC going to top lane, unfortunately.
Okay.
Victor's locked in here. I expect to see potentially an Echo. An Echo potentially
here. The standard answer that Vale can take.
Could just keep the Morgana mid and then just take the support, but I think...
Knowing Carol, he might just like Seraphine here.
Victor.
He
Seraphine, I
does
don't
say
think is
like
very
that.
good here. No, there's
He
no
said
one
he
to
loves
really like.
Seraphine. He
I
did
think
say
Seraphine
that.
would be good here if he had a carry jungler as well, but
Yeah.
um,
I don't think this is.
Ari's actually a good option, very good option. and-
Whoa! Wait. Bale Ari? He always said the champion's bad though. This is-
Yeah, he played. Actually, have some slightly insider information. He did play
Uh-huh.
Ari in one of the scrims the other day. I was watching him play. It was quite impressive to say the least. Very powerful pick with a new Everfrost Cosmic Drive Lucidity Boots build where it's insane CC, insane utility. Not that much damage, but considering Kaisa Camille, you don't really need that damage, I'd say. So
A lot of setup can be very safe in lane. Of course, you do have the ultimate to be able to dodge away from a lot of what Victor wants to do in zone control in a lot of laning phases when you're a little bit more of an immobile mid laner. Think of something like the Orianna, for instance. Victor can just kind of force you to stay on one side of the wave with the gravity well, as well as the death ray, being able to have a lot of just area denial, especially in team fighting. Are you able to kind of circumvent a lot of that and still be able to have access to CC on the backline? So can definitely be a very scary pick depending how Vale plays it and depending how Miku really positions around these fights, because you get caught by a Morgana binding with that Ari and a 6th or 2nd or lower CD charm, you are pretty much going to be stun locked for eternity as a carry on Miku.
I was worried about top lane on the Miku. The Ornn role is pretty crucial then, I think what people think. The Ornn has to push back the engage. Need to give a nice counter engage, I think, in order for Victor and Silver to kite things out, but if the Ornn misplays, I think the whole team just falls apart, I think. We'll see.
yeah, my opinion is that here, I think that the Kazik is a bit out of place in this draft on the side of Team Miku. All he can really do is try to assassinate, but he has no real good targets, I'd say, to assassinate, honestly. I think Ari is too mobile. Kaisa is probably also a bit too mobile. Morgana's only a real target, but we'll have to see how
Morgana more than likely not going to be just off on her own.
Yeah,
Probably gotta buy Zhonya's second item too. So
yeah, exactly. So
that's kind of hard.
Mimok will be having a rough time this game potentially. Since Volibear against Volibear, who has one of the most insane level 2s and 3s, you can't really contest Scuttle Crab. And from watching Team Miku play, I've noticed that they tend to like to flip Scuttle Crab fights.
Yes, they do like to flip Scuttle fights a lot.
So it could be problematic in this game where you cannot really contest Scuttle against Volibear, especially with the Camille lane, Camille versus Ornn lane, where especially topside where Camille just gets priority for free.
Yeah. I'm thinking with Mitmok here on the Kazakhs, again, one of his more signature picks, so the comfort's definitely there, so what I'm hoping to see from him to kind of circumvent the odd one out in the team fight composition, being able to get a lot of stuff done early game. I mean, yes, you understand that you can't necessarily duel Volibear early on in the 1v1, but you could certainly go for some creative pathing, maybe do a weird buff start if you have to start blue and then path a different direction to be able to circumvent the early Scuttle Crab, get a crab, and then be able to try to find some other advantages through laning phase, get some early objectives if you can kind of sneak it around. It's definitely a harder route you have to take, and Coach Cap definitely have a lot of opportunities to deny stuff like that from happening, but still will have impact. I think if Mitmok can get top lane at some point against 4022, kind of catch him with his pants down in a certain instance going in on Ornn, there's certainly some potential there for some ganks. While Camille is very mobile and does do a lot of damage, Kazakh's certainly no slouch in either of those areas either. So there's still some areas where Mitmok can get some stuff done on this Kazakhs, but as the game goes later and later and as you start seeing more team fights, definitely going to be much harder to pilot.
One thing for sure is that Coach Cap team is much more safe and well organized. I mean, the Team Miku team is more like all in. If you start popping off, that will snowball the game hard of it. Because snowball will be insane on their side. With Kazakh, Sliver, and Victor all getting items.
I think if Coach Cap lets Victor kind of ferment for too long there in mid lane, could become a very big problem in the mid late game. That champion is a little insane once he gets his items down.
Yeah. So what are you guys' guesses?
I mean, post draft, I don't know. This is one of the closer drafts that I've seen, especially for teams that we can say are fairly close in the standings overall and have been for most of the season so far. So could really see it go either way. Team Miku certainly looking more at some snowballing off of this Kazakhs pick, where Coach Cap goes for the volley bear, and then into team fighting they shall go. But either way, both teams looking to start off their weekend good here. In their first match of the evening, both Sach's just gonna do the 5-point stance. No one's getting any vision in where they should not be allowed.
How boring.
Level 1 invading on either of these. I feel like this is one of those situations, though, where whatever side both teams have an invade, but whatever side invades is going to lose.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
There's just
See,
so much to counter.
if this was my team, it would have just gone in. Who cares? It would have gone in.
Pakora just runs it.
It runs in. Level 1.
Minions have spawned.
Alright.
So, expecting to see, looks like it will be both sides starting on top side here. So we'll have a little bot lane scuttle fight, potentially.
Yeah,
And be pathing away towards the, probably the most volatile lane, I'd say, of the Camille. Oh, this could be problematic here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does not have Black Shield. Oh, cute.
That's not gonna do much.
She does not have Mika.
Pretty good start, though.
Burn the flash. Just gonna walk away. So chip damage,
They take those.
Yeah, it did look scary.
3
there.
damage.
Yep. Does look like J-Morgs will be going to crit build here, though, instead of Lethality. Which is, I think is the better play here.
It does have the higher crit
really hard to burn
potential.
through volley Lethality.
Well, Lethality, Silver has pretty good statistics against Kai'Sa in solo queue, and I think in LCK as well.
Yeah, but generally, I do think that the crit server is a bit more consistent.
It's probably more consistent. Yeah.
More consistent. So, side of Coach Guy will get the level 2 first. Looks like Volibear will actually be going for more of a full clear rather than something else here. So a little bit behind in terms of the clear times. To see how he decides to path from this point on after doing Raptors.
Not expecting to see anyone back just yet. No weird like predators or anything going on here where you'd want to back to that early boot spot.
Something like that.
Yeah, Bitmock definitely ahead here in the clears. He's
They're
already
about one camp ahead already at this
he's already
point,
moved
so
up, yeah.
Yeah.
Full camp clear ahead. So definitely gonna be feeling pretty good going into the scuttle test.
Top lane.
Just
Oh my
trading.
god.
Yep, okay. Yep, just
Keep
kinda
going
trading back
in.
and forth. Both of them do have the biscuits, so sustain is not necessarily an issue thus far in the lane.
I don't think. Wait, I think Orange's not maxing the right ability here, is it?
Couldn't tell you.
Is there a find that?
Just click on it, double click on Orn.
Oh.
Maxing, well, you can't tell.
Well, you can't tell right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Three.
Because you have to
Looks
max
like the
Q.
Volibear will be getting on the Scuttle Crab first here.
I mean, Q max is not necessarily the greatest, but it does.
No, or you have to max Q. Double doesn't give you anything anymore. Yeah, doesn't give you damage.
Only
I remember
virus
there's the
looking?
old, I believe, like Whippo did the E-Max first last season.
Really? I don't
I
follow
think
Orange
Whippo
last
was an
season.
advocate for the E-Max.
Catalyst looking mid.
Oh,
Charm doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, N0. Might got out. Charm does land, as well as the
Oh,
stun.
no way.
Gravity Well,
no
plus
way.
Flashy out Blaze! And he's out clean. That is fighting on inches of
Rip.
ground.
Well, no sums were burnt on the side of Coach Gab with the clock was burnt, so that is an opportunity for a re-kick in the future. 4022 looking at a double D blade actually here instead of going for the Sting.
Catalyst
Looking.
here does grab the spike, so double scuttle is secured.
Good flash.
Does have to
Oh,
flash for it.
yeah, good flash of that.
Who gets double Scuttle, pretty good. So solidly ahead in terms of CS and XP at this point.
Yeah,
Catalyst.
committing Alistar up to that crab to try to contest.
Yeah. Now 4022 actually has the opportunity to set up a bit of a freeze here against Ornn. Wave is a bit big now, so
Yeah,
it
I
actually
don't think he's
could be
gonna go,
troublesome, but
I don't know if he'll be
See
able
what-
to freeze it. I'm pretty sure that Ornn, just at this point in the game, will be able to get that crash hit meal. Even if he wants to sacrifice his HP bar to just push it in and recall, certainly something he can. Yeah, he crashed.
looks like it will be a slow push away from him now.
Yeah, it's a little bit too big to try to freeze.
What I'd like to see from Ornn here actually is the futures market and then starting cloth armor and just rushing Brambles best tech.
Regen
Tony Virus like for
Another
real.
gang.
Gravity Well will force the flash from
Ooh.
Morgana. Sharp mid lane from Vale, but it's more or less to disengage. Still, flash burned away from the Morgana. So, I mean, good roam timing there from Virus. Gets up there, tries to get something done, but Mitmock in the area able to push that one more or less aside. I mean, we still have no kills on the board. 5 minutes in, definitely slower game for PSU LCS standards.
Gang balling potentially here.
Dark fighting
Looks
Dr.
like,
Land, but
okay, Dark-
Zakariga is going to go in. Catalyst makes himself known. J Morgan can just walk away.
Yep.
He's still going to get cannoned as well, so nothing even remotely lost out of that one. Catalyst, I believe, nope, just going to ward it. Thought he was looking to start the dragon, is not. So once again, kind of back into this stalemate. We have a crude CS in most lanes, pretty close. Top lane, the only large difference, and I'm not sure if there's a giant wave. Yeah, there's a pretty big wave stacking up there. There's also a lot of that difference going to come back down here once this wave is cleared out by Nightlark. So, pretty much even across the board thus far. Only about 200 gold lead here over to Coach Cap as they're going to secure this first mountain break. Nothing too super problematic. As we discussed in draft, Volibear going to be the stronger of the two junglers early on.
Will be a Fire, Oris, and Soul this game as the next character for the Cloud Drake.
Oh, we get spicy.
Be it
Soul.
spicy.
Spicy
Yes.
Soul indeed. And yeah, not too much else happening here. Just kind of playing so far fairly well. Mitmock, I think, feeling okay on the Kazakhs thus far. Yeah, he loses the dragon, but considering he did get double scuttled early, still very close in XP. Still up there with the creep score as well. So is
Which one
okay
too?
on the Kazakhs, but now going for
He's isolated.
Yeah, isolated.
It's not a lot of damage though with the
Ari.
Sheen.
Oh, he evolved Q. Oh, Zakariga does get the knock him onto Vale, who does have to burn the ultimate to get away. The support roam King dividends here and smash the only virus. And with that, once again,
Both teams just poking at each
really
other.
happened. Just a lot of buttons being pressed.
Oh, Mitmock, lucky
We're
are.
looking for Catalyst is isolated. Has to
That's
burn the
fast
ultimate to
for
get away.
Catalyst.
Mitmock going for it. Stun does land.
Goes
Vale
here.
with
Charm
the
in.
arm, but he's out of
No
vision,
mana,
so the
though.
W doesn't connect. And with that, a seeding of the red buff, top lane Cryo as well for TCQ.
This is
So-
very unfortunate for Volibear. As a
Yeah.
as a number that needs a tempo, this is pretty big, actually.
And well done play there by Miku. Mitmock calling his laters up, saying, "Hey, I can fight this guy. I can take this red buff," and they're gonna grab the prize. They're pigged onto the blue buff as well, so they might go for both.
Hey!
Yeah, Vale is forced to
Mid-prize
recall
is-
here. Ari
Yeah,
not on the
Midprice
map.
makes a lot of things right now.
Yeah, Volibear no ulti. Ari is not on the map. The only Virus is here with Kaisa. Vale
Virus is there, but I don't think
Oh,
Volibear-
and zero does not hit the fighting
Pretty
vision.
good here.
Flash
Good.
is there. First blood onto Mitmock. And now 40.2 coming in with the teleport. Hextech ultimatum down on it. Seems like really Alistar's healing quite a bit, but it's just not enough. Catalyst gonna single digits. It's still not gonna go down on a
Four, too late.
Whoa! Teleport
Oh,
too
no.
late out of
Too late.
Nightlark.
Too late.
And it ends up being a 1-for-1. Bluff does go to Coach Cap, so they do secure.
Yeah, it's like a support dive. Not important, right?
And you do have the Ari getting the kill as well, so
Yeah.
mid lane for
I'm not some no mana.
ooh yeah.
Not good.
You probably should back there.
Yeah, Vale is pretty strong after that TP. Does have the blasting wand, so it doesn't have a lot of mana yet, but does do quite a bit of damage when it hits those skill shots. Especially come back on the Q, doing all that true damage. I'd actually like to see Mitmock take this wave mid lane. Victor be able to save the TP for the circumstance.
I think they would
Yeah,
just
just gonna clear
let the mid
Raptors.
lane wave die.
Yeah, just let it die. Who cares?
Oh,
Who
no, he
cares about
jumps
all
over.
that XP?
I mean, as long as your jungler picks up the...
Oh, Nightlark
I
and
mean,
42
it
trading.
doesn't matter that much.
Quite a slow game to say the least.
Yeah, both these teams. I mean, this is what you expect to see. Though. Two mostly team fight compositions. A lot of scaling on both sides. You have Ornn, Victor, Sivir on Miku. Camille and Kaisa on the other side. Though Kaisa can play lane pretty aggressively if she wants to. Gonna be a little bit of a slow burner.
Really is.
Also one of those ones where you have to be very careful because one misplayed team fight can really turn the game on its head.
Oh,
And
2v2
by
top lane.
Catalyst, he and
Oh,
Ult
Forge
does
God.
a lot of
Oh.
damage. Catalyst failed to flash. The call of the Forge God does find him on the backside, but it is, in the end, not really that big of a deal. So Mitmok gets out of there pretty much scot-free, burns Ult and flash out of Catalyst for his trouble.
Pings a flash in the chat.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there from Catalyst. Tried to follow up on the Kha'Zix. Knew he could get the kill if he could get over that wall, but
Nice E.
yeah, very
Using the
little
ore wall.
Yeah, Nightlark having a bit of a hard time, but again, he is Ornn, so doesn't matter. No.
Actually, ahead in CS still.
Actually, yes, despite the
Ooh, and you're not taking
despite the hard.
But
Yeah,
traded.
oh.
Ooh, Vale looking for the solo kill. Has the ulti forward, does not find the Q. Ulti's back out from the
Yeah.
Chaos Storm. And
Was it a
Oh,
speed
is that a
rush?
TP already? I actually haven't seen that.
yeah, that CP. Oh!
A lot of
These are
damage.
staying.
Midmark is in mid lane now though.
This is
We'll be covering.
a very Chad play. And Nightlark just farming up top lane here.
Yeah, maybe that's just pushing away from him. That's very
Yeah,
nice.
they're
Yep.
trying to get this to shove in onto Vale. This will probably mean Dragon, more than likely going to
Dragon?
be over to Coach Cap. They have the mid priority here. They are going to get Tez. Alistair's up first. Mitmok
Oh,
on.
yeah,
Victor has
Victor
TP.
goes-
Victor has TP.
Victor does have TP. Let's see it.
Victor can't get
Either
back
top
in.
lane or intervene here.
Yep, yeah, Nightlark.
Yep, top one's an island.
Yeah, they're gonna bring in the TP.
Should get this up.
Here does not find anything with a Q. Catalyst
That's actually
goes
pretty
out for
good.
now. The only virus grabs one with a stun. Charm
Oh,
doesn't
Charm stun.
land.
Oh, that
Catalyst
was
very low. Flash Forfender not able to
Heal.
heal. Gaze
Oh, the-
though not
Alright.
survive. J-Moore's
Killer
grabs
instinct is
one.
still up.
Yep, Flash Form seems
They were
like
supposed to find more.
Looking down, Shiozaki though is the one who gets bursted. And now the Kaisa with a second chance. J-Moore
The only virus.
The only virus.
Kind of a spot here.
Interesting blast coach play, but it will go over to Team Miku, so 1-1 on Dragons. Team Miku picks up 2. And overall, a little bit of a messy fight. Overall.
I think the Morgana needs to, chill out a little bit.
Yeah. Without playing like he's a engaged support.
He really is. He's positioning like
he's
his
an
engagement
Alistar
for.
main, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
is.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Alistair
I
Pike
see, I see.
player. Kind of alpha, respectable, but you know, gotta chill.
Yeah, sometimes you're playing the Morgana, sometimes you're not on the Alpha Chad pick.
Gated, sitting on one coal stack. Very unfortunate.
That is a sad moment when you back on one call stack. That feels really bad. But what most would say, probably better to not screw your entire laning phase by a terrible back time for
Yes.
a one call stack. You'll get it eventually. And without any objective to really contest it for that, because I'm not expecting Riptail to be a priority target for either of these teams early on. Should be okay just to say, I'm going to sit on it, I'll get it next recall. No big deal. Now, I mean, one of the things we were talking about earlier on, and you guys can comment on this again, is the Kha'Zix, Mitmok, getting ahead on this pick to really be able to impact. Kha'Zix sitting at 2-0 with Mythic completion in 13 minutes.
Doing very well this game, actually.
I did tell you guys that this is gonna be a hard snowball comp if Kha'Zix gets ahead, and he is ahead.
Yep.
Bot lane
But
off.
later on, maybe difficult to pilot the champion in some of these fights. We'll have to see how he decides to play these fights out.
Soloing the Herald here. I'm not sure if they are going to swap him out. Not clearing. We'll have to see. Oh, he's picking it. They have some idea, an inkling that
Oran's going first. Oran's actually going first. Oran's on
Yeah,
first.
they're
Oh,
charging
Lord God.
on the mid-block.
Oh.
Light comes down and trying to heal. Herald's very low. Nightlark can't find the E in. 40 there. 300 health on the thing. Stolen away by Nightlark.
Oh.
They're going to grab the Herald, but now Hextech ultimatums onto N0. 40-22. Tag away. Charm blocked by Nightlark. Catalyst almost going down. Just one more hit will do it. Nightlark eventually grabs it and finds the W back on 42.
Oh,
Still
it gets canceled.
the exchange. So it ends up being 2-for-1 in favor of Coach Cap, but the Riptail is stolen by Nightlark. So Orange
Quite a bizarre Herald, to actually say, honestly. Plates are down, so
I wonder if that was even worth the fight for.
I don't. I think it was worth for Coach Gav.
It is
definitely worth for Coach Cap.
Coach
I would
Cap,
say it's
but-
more worth for Coach Cap.
Yeah.
Herald at this point not nearly as valuable, unless you take it mid lane here and try to break it early. before next Dragon, try to get some extra name pressure, then maybe
Yeah.
you can turn some advantage out of it, but it is, in terms of sheer gold, far from
Yeah.
worth.
Giving space for Kazakhs to work with, like find flanks and such, is very, very useful overall.
Ooh, dealing fire.
still.
Does have the black shield.
Oh,
Catalyst is
going
here.
in.
Shinozaki Rika can't really do much on the Alistar into that one.
I mean, mismatch didn't die, so
Yeah,
that's not the worst case scenario that just happened to them.
and honestly, gold is still dead even between both of these teams.
Only
Yeah.
about 1k.
We are saying that Team Miku's is a harder comp to pilot, but it doesn't mean they don't have the scaling aspect. You have an AD Sivir, which was one of the old meme 300 CS win con. Get
Gosh.
300 CS on Sivir, you could probably win the game. You have an Ornn as well as a Victor. 3 champions that will just go into the late game and be perfectly fine farming it out. So it's not all doom and gloom if Miku is not necessarily super ahead. This isn't some, Renekton, Draven, Xin Zhao comp. Even though with the new buff, Xin Zhao's pretty much a scaling champion in his own
They almost been
right.
caught here.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
how
a
the ult
spear
farm.
rush.
Strong as a hit. Stun on Endo, not a big.
This does put up-
Rika.
That was
Reynolds
not-
gonna have to burn the flash.
Flash out.
Fail. Good ever Frost disengage, so pretty worthwhile there. Flash for a few ultimates that'll be back up before, or actually, I'm not sure if Victor's will be back up before next Drake. Seems like a real definitely not, maybe not as worth as it might initially seem for Team Miku.
Yeah. Despite Nightlar getting outplayed by 4022,
Only
it
CS
seems
up.
like
You just can't, dude. He's Bomby, Cinder, Tabby's Bramble Vest, Ornn. You're an AD melee champion. What are you gonna do?
the
Damage?
champion itself is just too strong, too good.
You build those 3 items. What are you expecting to do? Damage? Camille will eventually be able to knock Nightlar down a peg, but for now, I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah, go for the
Virus.
This is gonna be really
Virus.
dangerous. Nightlar
Could be
does
caught.
not
Nope.
have TP.
Fuck.
You know, no,
Good.
not a good
Really
position.
Finding.
It's
Nice
out,
finding,
1.2,
bro.
finding his way onto J-Moore. He's meant to put a halt
Hey, Marva, he's dead here.
Instantly
Oh.
dead. Gated and company find the kill, and the stun comes
That's
down
the Cody
on
instinct.
Victor,
J-Moore.
still
He
Victor's
will
in
fall as
back.
well. Endo not
Good
now
black
1v4. Good black shield dodge away from the stun. And now
Our cross.
Victor on the run. There's
Losing
Killer
Oh.
instinct.
He's already-
Fail pops the
Oh.
ultimate, grabs another kill. And Coach Cap have distinctively blown the game open, finding all 3 carries on the side of Team Miku.
Narlark is a bit late to the party, fortunately. They
Yeah,
had
he
to use the
didn't have- he
TP
didn't have
earlier,
TP, he
so
didn't have TP.
yeah, didn't have TP, so
Yeah. Nothing
A
much.
lot of miscommunication, I think, regarding the
I think he probably
Dragon
should just
Ball.
stay. He honestly, in that situation, probably use stay top and pop the Herald and try to get the turret in exchange. But
yeah.
Should be,
Sure.
should be doing that. Or if you really want to come for this,
he's got to pop Herald now.
Yeah, pop.
He's got to pop Herald now. He's out of time. And Gate is gonna get the bot lane.
Yep, Herald's
tier
gone.
1 as well.
Herald's gone.
No,
Oh,
he
no,
gets
sorry.
summon off,
Okay,
he gets
oh.
summon off, he gets
Copy,
summon off.
copy.
Yeah, but still, first turret go down to Coach Cap as well. So pretty massive play. Only a 1.2k gold lead, but the amount of momentum they're gonna get off that play is going to be well and worth the trouble.
Bad list.
Trying to
I
stall here.
emphasize-
How much
I don't-
damage,
it's not any
though?
danger. There's no damage.
There's no damage threat.
They are gonna get the turret
But-
hit though.
Team Miku needs to have a good communication with Ornn. I think the Ornn is always late to the party when he needs the first person to respond to everything. It's not good to
There was also
see.
the overcommit before
Look
the
at
fight
bot lane.
onto, oh yeah, teleport him.
Oh, nice
J-Moore,
TP.
he's more than likely dead. Good
Yeah,
burning up
he
the spell shield
is-
by Veil with the ultimate. And yeah,
He
Arch got
is
another
using
kill.
the fate of ADC. Dying.
Yeah, that's a stinger.
Badge. Catalyst looking
Catalyst,
here.
well, you guys
Oh,
stuck with the
that
Catalyst
was
good. You get so much damage. Yeah, Midmock here as well.
Oh, that one.
That was
That's,
respect. Complete disrespect to Volley.
Yeah.
The Victor damage.
You gotta watch out. Victor does have the Verdant Barrier, has a full mythic item, fully stacked here. He's feeling pretty good, all things considered. And for all it's worth, Catalyst getting cheated out of a lot of his jungle here. Vidmosh still pretty much owns his top side. Would like to see J-Moore. Yeah, he's gonna go run bot lane here, try to pick up these waves from Veil, but otherwise, top tower is gonna get pretty low. Shouldn't go down just yet. Nightlar's gonna have to back off before Camille can really get up there. And more than likely, for the next 2 to 3 minutes, gonna see a bit more of a lull state. Teams maybe can catch some vision, some Baron vision, but not expecting to see anything more than a small skirmish. Not expecting to see any 5v5s until we get the next Infernal Drake up, and then maybe we see some contests from Miku. But at this point, I mean, you guys can tell me what's really the plan here if you're on Team Miku's side. You have one Drake, so you've already delayed soul scaling enough for you to try to get some items. Do you really bother contesting this third Drake when you have a Fed Ahri and a Kai'Sa on hand?
You have to. I believe you have to contest this. I mean, it's a third Drake that leads to Infernal Soul, right?
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
go
The
for it.
plan is just trying to find a flank, catch someone out, because it's not very easy necessarily to fight a 5v5, because the thing is with Kha'Zix is that just Camille that can actually just lock them down, and they can kind of difficult to play against.
See, that's what I thought he was gonna build a dust plate to go invisible after
Yeah.
a kill.
Yeah,
But I'm
instead of going for sustain.
Take that, yeah.
Not a bad. Neither way, I think it's a really super bad idea.
Mimar is taking everything though, so
Yeah,
he's
Catalyst
quite
is
ahead.
There is a bit of a
having a bad time.
gap.
Starving,
Catalyst having a
but
bad time.
fortunately, Volleybird does not need that many items to be functional with the tank build.
Yep.
So it's not too terrible, actually, I'd say, at the very end.
Some people.
Yeah, do have to be careful where Mitmok is showing on the map now as well. You are past that 20-minute barrier. You have Camille Kai'Sa on a team, so Baron is going to be a very viable option for Coach Cap very early on. So do have to be careful if Mitmok is like solo killing someone bot lane. Coach Cap could just trade like, all right, we just go Baron, I guess, and try to turn on that. So there is a little bit of a.
I've been liking how Charles playing Ahri actually, using TP and her short cooldown on the ult to keep on looking.
Ooh, Nightlark.
Very good. Very good actually.
Could have been very.
With the lucidity boots, TP is just, you can use it whenever you need to, essentially.
Cosmic Drive is also there, so
Yeah.
that ult basically.
So much CDR. So many options here. Infernal Drake is spawning in 1 minute here, possibly on the Baron, which is quite peculiar here. We'd really like to see the only virus start to head towards bot side to sell vision with the rest of the team.
In terms of gold lead, a lot of the reason Team Miku is still in this game actually on Mitmok. 2,000 gold almost ahead of Catalyst. Bot lane is 1,000 gold ahead for Gated. Mid lane's not even. What's funny is Ahri's 4-0, but it's only a 300 gold difference between Veil and N0.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
think
Victor
a lot of it
is
is,
still-
all might be from plates and stuff. Shut down golden plates, yeah.
Shut down golden plates for sure. Now,
Right.
Miku does
Be
have
very
a-
careful of mid-mock here.
Yeah.
Nimog is the final
Kha'Zix.
flank angle.
Very
That
bad.
looks more like a engage angle than
Oh, there
flank
comes the
angle.
Camille.
TP. He does Nightlark to
No
Nightlark.
TP. The weird is the top laner
Oh,
TP.
N0 maybe cut out. Catalyst burns the flash. Has to go for the ultimate.
didn't
They're
go.
trying to get
Ooh,
the
wow.
Victor. They find the carbon instant
TP
disengage.
so
Veil
far
goes down.
away.
Shut down for N0. Now then the choke point versus the Victor.
In a
And
choker,
he
Victor
only
is
goes
very
for
wide
the
here.
golden, but he's down as well. She's not going to get still surviving the ultimate so much. Double kill for the
Oh
Alistar.
my god.
And Mitmok looking for Gated. Flash flood from J-Morx. He wants this kill on him. Shut down as well. And it is a full ace. Only the Alistar will fall. And Miku going to grab Drake and the Baron off of
To not
that
be
play.
committing that hard for a victor in a choke point like that, quite bizarre for them to do that there. A bit of a tunnel vision, not understanding that Victor can just run away with Everfrost and Banshee's Veil.
And phase rush.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
the Ore TP was also so far away, so it looked like a winnable fight at first.
Yeah, I think if Ezreal Namas gets stuck up by that first barrier, or the charm does land from Veil, it is
That would have been a turn
pretty much
fight.
a
for
turn fight. With Victor with that no control, and they're going to have to bring this up quickly, actually. Coach have to be back on the map very quickly. Ezreal Namas has
Ooh.
no mana. Oh,
Wait,
J-Morx
this-
stunned up,
okay.
he's
Simmer's
gone!
dead.
The Simmer's
was
out of
looking
there, they
for
don't have the
steal.
damage for Baron, they
Oh.
do get the Baron, they have to get
Okay,
out
the
now.
Baron's
Nightlark's
gone.
going to buy time for the team. Or just try and do what he can, the rest of the team has to get away.
That's still 3 Baron.
That turn was
It's
a little
okay.
rough.
Yep.
They're gonna get tier 1 mid here probably. Gated and Veil gonna be able to burn this down pretty quickly.
The good news is, Coach Cap still is not that behind technically. Look at the comp wise and overall
Yeah.
gold wise, they're not that behind. They can still turn this around.
That's a very
Oh
weird
yeah,
spot
Catalyst
here.
getting cut out.
Deep, I
Everfrost,
think.
Root comes down.
Oh no!
Oh no, she does not
Oh,
get it.
no.
The smite does secure the kill, but almost oopsie.
I mean, even if you get knocked over, Kaz can jump again.
Yeah, it's all fine.
He looks
yeah.
dead.
And despite the Baron being secured, Coach Gap is going to grab a lot of the standing gold. Tier 1 top turret going down, Tier 1 mid turret going down, so grabbing some of that structural objectives. We're going to see what Miku really does with this Baron here.
Now, if you look at the words right now, by the way, the red team has more words into the blue team, and blue team has almost no words into the in the enemy jungle. That's kind of weird, despite blue is having an advantage.
Yeah, also funny that on par with the exception of the support, Vision actually more in the side of Miku's favor in terms of Vision score. So take that as you will.
Oh.
I don't know how it works either, but it's League of Legends.
I'm guessing the word is placed in somewhere like really bizarre for blue team then.
I'm not sure why we're seeing a lot of 5v5 action here in bot side jungle, but everyone say that. Hitmock does have
Not his
advantage.
burn,
Nails.
but
The only Virus dead.
died.
Enter Anonymous grabs the kill on a kill from out of the Ord mid lane. Jump down, the E doesn't connect either. Nightlark falls in mid, so two misplays on both teams.
42?
42 has to jump over the wall.
22 comes the wrong side of the neighborhood.
Yeah, Camille comes over and is like, nope, I'll take my ticket back. I'm not. Wrong way, sorry. Either way with Baron though, and this Morgana down.
Could be inhibitor
I don't think they can get inhibitor. They do have Kha'Zix in bot lane.
if they overcommit. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
Enter Anonymous has to be really careful here on Victor. Any type of good engagement catalyst for 4020 could be devastating for Miku if Victor gets caught out here as they try to push his bot lane. It looks like they're going to decide to go where the Victor is not. Try to defend this bot lane here too. Mid-Mock goes under tower.
Oh, we're not
Does
gonna
dodge away.
miss
Doesn't
everything.
grab it either. Good unstoppable to do, but J-Morgs with a Q
Oh,
annihilates the Camille.
what a lens though.
Yeah, Shark is on the mid-mark tower, still
Well-
got some mid-mark is tanking. Does get the tower, but it's very low on the Kha'Zix. I'm not sure. Yeah, Vale just dies. Didn't even see how that happened. My bad. Play-by-play.
He's,
JJ.
Yeah, unless it was combo.
Mika does grab another engage.
Oh my
The
god,
only
that
virus.
was just nuts.
Yeah, seems like you got pop up mid-mark.
Well, this thing is available.
Oh. Connected. Void Seeker from downtown out of gated. And one thing we haven't discussed, which we really should, is Ornn is level 15. There are 3 Ornn upgraded mythics on Miku. right now.
Yeah.
Everfrost on Victor, Eclipse on to
Eternal
Bitmok,
Winter.
and
Wait,
also
what is it called now? Eternal
Eternal
Winter. See Ziggy? What?
Ziggy.
Z.
I don't know what Eclipse is. You guys can
Rhyme Force Grass.
all out for that.
What
But
cool names, actually.
yeah, after Baron expired, going to a little bit around a 5k gold lead here, a little bit less, I think, for Team Miku. So substantial, the first really substantial lead we've seen, and they're gonna look for a pick on to 45. You do burn the flash for just the Ornn ultimate. Now with Dragon coming up in 15 seconds, not sure if burning such an important team fight ultimate is really worthwhile, but they have gotten through it without it before. So we'll have
That
to
is
see
true.
how
They had about
Miku
4-3 fights without Ornn ult and still won that somehow.
flashes up on everyone on Coach Cap, but 4022, you're down flashes on both Bitmok and N0 for Miku. So a little bit of Summer Spell Disparity, a little bit of Ultimate Disparity. N0 also down the Chaos
Bitmok.
Storm.
We're looking for the
Hard
flank
to
angle.
do. We're looking for the engage. Ornn finds two,
Oh
but she's like,
my
in the backline. The only virus already dead. Catalyst
Wait,
almost
Nightlark.
follow. N0 Anonymous able to
Nightlark
swim away the
is-
entire team.
Shirozaki Rika is just insane with that
Shirozaki
cash
got
there.
Nightlark popping off. They're going to try to trade it for the tier 2 mid, but this will be third straight soul point acquired for Team Miku. And yeah, this is what happens. You get stuck in those alleyways against Victor, Alistar, Ornn. There is nowhere to go. Running into a wall of damage. And Coach Cap, they're going to need to try to find a way to deal with it here. Maybe you're looking for Camille on a flank. Maybe you're looking for Vale to try to get some engage on the back line. So Gated can then go with the Killer Instinct onto N0, onto J-Morgs, but
There's a huge problem right now in Coach Gap's team is that the Volibear has at 2 items and is down to so much gold and XP that he is not tanky anymore. He is quite squishy actually.
yeah, even with the ulti there, the healing pretty much doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. I think that Miku has kind of started to outscale at this point with the Ornn items. Victor and Sivir being a very, very powerful late game in their own rights, and just there's no real good engage option at this point for the side of Coach Gap, while Team Miku actually has a lot of engage options with Ornn and Alistar as well as Sivir ult, so it's going to be a lot more difficult for Coach Gap to play the game from here on out, so we have to see how they decide to pilot the rest of this game, but I think what they really have to do is just find picks.
Yeah.
But one of the issues is already with this build just doesn't do damage. Very, very low damage.
Speaking of picks, Midmok caught out and knocks him down. Nothing else to follow. Ornn also disengaged. Midmok trying to find a retake on to deal with fire. Double knockup by Shiozaki. Killer instinct. Does find it. Gated grabs one in 40-22. Facing off the Nightmare gets free the bot lane. Catalyst finally comes in with the ult, but he is just stunned up and taken down. Double kill for the victor as Gated grabs his own. Shut down on the Alistar. As Shiozaki was on a killing spree. And it ends up being a 3 for 2. Still in favor of Miku on that end, but with the jungler down, as well as one of the support who has been smurfing on the Alistar, to be frank.
Yeah,
not going to be able to push anything else off this win except for a blue buff acquired for NZ Anonymous out of Catalyst jungle. And as you said, not too much things coming about. Nightlark is...
Nightlark looks hot.
This Ahri has no cooldown. Oh, he actually managed to dodge one of the charms.
Was he making
Gated is looking for it. He's got a long way to go for that tower. J-Morx is here. Gated does find the kill. Now J-Morx has to be careful. Veil's still in the area with the charm. Doesn't land. It ends up being a kill off the Ornn overstay. And now again, Miku has to wait to be full strength for another 40 seconds.
Yeah,
He does have the Q and E evolve now.
Kaisa now very strong. 4 items.
You could build Zhonya on Volibear, by the way. That might sound bizarre as it is, right?
No, that'd be...
The Volibear build used to be the Gauntlet, or the... what is that thing called? Chem Tank? And then you go either Zhonya or Black Cleaver right now. That's the build right now at the moment.
Good note as we check the build paths here. We're just facing up top of the jungle. Both 80 carries, both late game like monsters are at 4 items. They're both at 4 items.
Yeah, but I do believe that the Mortal Reminder is a lot worse.
The Mortal Reminder is a lot worse of an item than Dominic's Runons, but do need some healing reduction. Ahri, Camille, Volibear, all of these champions, and Kaisa if you took Bloodline, are going to heal in fights, so do need it somewhere, and Victor not necessarily wanting to pick that up himself as he is very strong. Very strong.
He is mid laner. He does not want to fight.
He mid. He non-consistent damage mid. He no build Grievous Wounds.
He no build Grievous.
What is the Morello Nomicon? He don't know.
You know, Morello Nomicon is not a bad buy. He still has a pretty like 80 less AP.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I don't know when the last time Catalyst had a buff is. I actually don't know when the last time he got a buff. Maybe buff 1 is. Yoga Virus does get Midmok. He's caught out here. Does have an hourglass. Finds some time, and now J-Morx is going to be up. Bump faded out of the Killer Instinct. And now is the turn. NZ Anonymous is here. Ornn also coming out. Midmok in the back line does find the support. The knock upon the Veil. He will ult away as Catalyst being slowly burned down by the Kha'Zix. Double kill for Midmok. Is Gated trying to kite away though. Flash forward from Nightlark. Looking for the knock-up. The Zonya's to buy some time, but everyone is here. The mistiming is there and shut down for N0. And that might be the game. I mean, we'd have to look up, so I'm not sure if they can actually go as... Oh, N0 caught out. Veil, not doing any damage to the Victor.
No damage.
And there's the kill.
Utility. She is not damaged.
And that will... I'm not sure if the only virus can defend this one.
Do not believe so.
Yeah, Tower's gonna go down here. J-Morx is just pick him away. And Team Miku, we said it was a little hard to execute, but playing it very well in the mid to late game. They will end and take game 1 of this series.
All right. Pretty close. Game 1, I'd say, for the most part, until around the mid game.
Yeah, around that one alleyway fight.
Yeah.
That one alleyway into Ace, into Baron, or into Dragon into Baron, I should say. Certainly was the definitive turn. But both these teams are gonna be switching up the sides now, so Coach Gab does have access to that first pick. And we are going to take a small break here on the cast, and we'll be back with you guys for Game 2 in just a minute.
All right.
All right, hello and welcome back for Game 2 of Team Miku versus Coach Gap. If you're just tuning in, Miku did take Game 1 of the series. We're getting into Game 2 draft right now.
Aurelia Ben, as usual. Persona 2-2.
The Shen ban, same as
Ben,
last game.
same
Probably.
ban again.
Rumble. So I'm expecting Miku to ban either Rumble or Hecarim on 3.
Yeah.
See.
They
Never banned
Sivir
out.
as well,
Actually,
so
very smart ban.
What is that leaving up from last game then? I'm trying to remember.
It was Hecarim.
Hecarim, yeah. I'm not sure why they're banning Hecarim. I'm pretty sure Team Miku has a 0% win rate every single time they picked Hecarim. They have lost.
I do believe that Hecarim is quite strong.
Quite strong. That's for Miku specifically.
Yeah.
Has
I
not been doing
understand.
them any favors. They will ban away
Hecarim
Rumble, so.
will be a Hecarim first pick, guaranteed.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hecarim first
pick.
pick. Yep. Too strong a pick. Are they gonna take Udyr here then?
See Graves.
Graves is more than likely what Mitmock will tend to align
Mid-Mox,
towards.
one of favorite champs, I'd say. His
Yeah.
Udyr is quite
Very proficient on it as well.
Either Graves or Kha'Zix, probably. Yep, there's Graves. Very standard answer to Hecarim, even though Graves has been there quite a few times since, basically since his area of dominance.
Yep, and I mean now Miku gonna draft here can take away some ADC pick. You might see something like the Kai'Sa still up and available for both sides. Gated, despite going down a few times, did look very good on the pick. Instead, they're gonna take away the Ornn.
And
Another Ornn.
So going for
Really?
scaling.
I guess the passive provides a lot.
As long as you're getting that XP, you will be useful to your team. You can even offset your own gold deficit you've dug yourself in lane just by crafting other people's items.
Let's start. There it is.
Pick up the Alistar. Alistar, Kai'Sa, strong bot lane duo. Locked in. You're getting
Kai'Sa,
the
Alistar.
only virus on the main.
Someone in my house is like choking or something. I don't know.
I wish them to be well.
I wish them to be well, indeed. Alright, looking at the R3 here, where it's out of Team Miku, probably will be becoming an ADC here, is my guess. Oh, Galio.
Ooh, unlocking
Good flex
Galio.
pick, actually.
Yeah.
Can go mid, can go bot, can go support.
And I believe both players do play quite a bit of Galio.
Yes.
Seems like a stranger to the pick as well as N0 playing it quite a bit in ranked.
So it is a good flexible pick for either lane here. Lucian being banned out, a clear standard Galio answer, but still not leaving up where it could go.
Not sure. I mean, I guess the AD mid bans, I'm not really sure why you'd want to go that route against Veil. Maybe just trying to make it so that 42 can't pick something like the Mordekaiser top lane. I don't know. And you still have you still want an AD mid, but it doesn't make any sense because you have Hecarim. So same bans for Miku. A few more
No,
options
honestly,
to be
this looks
taken
like a
away
great
here.
power scheme if a Veil wishes to pick up Cells right here. It's really good.
And Ezreal also banned away from J-Morg.
J-Morgs.
Probably going to see the ADC picked up here for Miku. Take that one and leave the Galio up as a flex pick and then counter pick for either mid or support.
Might see a Tristana here, actually, potentially.
Yeah, Tristana would also be fine.
Kind of
because
a
You still have the
pretty
flex.
good answer,
Still
yeah.
have the flex.
See, it's very likely a Tristana here, potentially.
Let's see it, Tristana, come on.
Caitlin's not bad.
So yeah, they're just going to pick the ADC away.
Caitlin's not bad.
Yep. Should be fine in the lane.
Can be vulnerable if positioning is not good, but if the positioning is exquisite, will not have any troubles.
I'm not going to talk about. We don't talk about hovers, so.
Silas, very good answer to Ornn potentially, so we'll be good here. But we'll maybe just take the
just
Camille
take
again.
Camille.
Yep.
Go run it back. Nightlock not doing too super terrible on the Ornn lane last game, so did at least hold up. Maybe see some more topside tension. Instead, Veil gonna go with the Orianna, so definitely heavy team fight focus here for Coach Gap. Lots of different ways to get engaged on, lots of different ways to pull flanks, pick people into your team, and with plenty of follow-up damage between Orianna, Camille, and Kai'Sa. Bit scary. Coach Cap definitely played the up together.
Echo.
Oh no, it's Echo.
Echo versus Oriana, very classic
Echo
matchup.
favorite. Oh no.
Sorry, Peter. I believe you're a little bit more well versed in the Echo matchups than myself.
It's like not even soft counter, it's like a hard counter to almost every mage.
Every control mage, just Echo just makes it so that they can't actually do anything. I think like Oriana, Syndra, whatever, like they just can't really go anywhere, and they can't push out the way faster than Echo because just throws that Q and then dips if they want to, or they can look for all in or something. A lot of options for Echo, so Oriana will have a bit tough time here, but does have the Hecarim to just kind of speed up with the command dissonance. So we'll have to see how we do that.
I mean, if you want to play a supportive mid, you should just play Zillion here. It would be so much better to pick Zillion, I think. Well.
I would have to see the Seraphine actually in this situation.
Seraphine to Echo is suicide, isn't it?
I mean, Seraphine blind is not bad.
Oh, blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seraphine blind pick is the worst, and you do end up being able to buff up Kaisa, Camille, and Hecarim, so you're kind of just getting an extra support onto 3 very strong champions. But, I mean, both teams, liking what both put together. Coach Cap, very obvious what both teams want to do. Coach Cap really wants to get in there. They want to go hard in the paint. Pretty much every single opportunity they can for dragon fights, Baron fights, wherever on the map they can find a good 4v4, 5v5, they're going to take it. And I think Miku, once again, taking a little bit more of a interesting composition, to put it in a way. You do have engage options, you do have the Galio, you do have Ornn, but I think a lot of what Team Miku is going to be able to do this game is a lot of disengage. Pretty much everyone on Coach Cap wants to fight into Miku. In every situation, you're going to want to go into the backline on Hecarim, into the enemy team on Alistar, use Killer Instinct to go over some walls and find a pick. Camille wants to get into the backline, Hectic Ultimatum, yada yada yada. Galio and Ornn both have plenty of tools that can kind of act as disengage. You can use Ornn ulti to peel off people. You can use Galio, is very effective at peeling off carries, as well as Caitlyn and Graves and Echo. Especially the Graves and Echo can be very slippery in a lot of team fight scenarios with their amount of dashes they have, the speed boost they get, especially if Mid-Mach goes with something like the Phase Rush. So, gonna be a little bit of a cat and mouse game around team fights, in my mind.
Yeah, I do think that Coach Cap has a very, one theme comp where it's just everyone just wants to do one thing, but Red side can't really tell. Has a lot of options, honestly, I'd say. Can go in, can disengage with Caitlyn.
Very versatile, yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll have to see how they decide to play into it. But Ornn, Caitlyn, Galio is very good at, well, maybe not Caitlyn, but Ornn and Galio do have a lot of tools to allow for just disengage. Say if Hecarim, Kaisa, Alistar, blah, 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 dives in. So, we'll have to see how they decide to play some of these fights out. Will not be super easy, as we'll have to see how they decide to play it out. But I expect to see maybe probably just very safe bot lane with Caitlyn Galio like last time, where nothing really happened bot lane, but more of the action copy on top side.
Yep, absolutely. And it's gonna be interesting how we play on the game. We did see Team Miku really love contesting their Scuttle Crab. Didn't see it last game. Did give up the double Scuttle actually over to Catalyst. So gonna be curious how Mid-Mach feels on the Graves, if he wants to try to contest these early games, and if he can get NZ Anonymous out of lane, as well as Nightlark, to help him win some early fights and try to snowball that way. Because Graves, although still fine into Hecarim, I think we can all agree much less snowball dependent than Kha'Zix. Or much less snowball-y than Kha'Zix.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I see too many.
Not right now. Not if you look a few patches ago, maybe not, but
I just did a solo queue game like 3 hours ago where Graves went like 12-0, so I don't know.
I don't know. It happens. Either way, gonna have to see how both teams decide to play it here as we load into Team Miku versus Coach Cap Game 2. Miku looking to close out with that 2-0 victory. Really pushed them up in the standings before playoffs here, and Coach Cap wanting to make it even.
Okay. Not 5
Stack
points.
top.
Hey.
Team Miku want the invade. 4022 is in a good position to spot this out long before it actually ends up
Ooh.
doing anything. Bitmox has
The last game
forward,
begins
but
with the
yeah,
confidence
there's.
boost.
I mean, they can push in for vision here, but that's about it.
Yep. That's
And they're
Well,
not.
yeah,
Yeah, they do drop one ward. So just gonna push in for vision, take the recalls, go back probably to what is a just a clean and easy 5-stack. Gated and only virus. Gonna grab the vision on the corresponding blue buff. So both junglers gonna be tracked on the clear.
Minions have spawned.
the only virus.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Hyun, in chat. Pretty much any game you see Team Miku in, you're not gonna see Yone. It is basically permabanned when they're on the Rift. So you're not gonna see it here. Maybe I would definitely expect Universe to be a little bit more open to leaving it up.
No, we will not allow it. No. No unit easy for you.
No. Either though, both junglers here starting on opposite sides of the map. So we're going to get Midmock looking for that bot side Skull Crab, whereas Catalyst going to be looking for the top. As N0 is going to hard lose the level 1.
You don't want to fight level 1, I feel. Pretty weak. That's level 1, I feel.
Yeah, and bot lane actually in favor here of Team Miku so far.
I feel like the bot lane matchup is so much easier for Kate than Galio.
Yeah, I mean, you are just a bully in design, so you do have a lot more ability to start at level 2 ganking from Midmock. Veil, Ignite goes down. They're looking for the kill, but with the phase rush, Veil goes just fine on the flash. Nightmark as well in top lane, getting traded very heavily onto it to level 2 from 4022. Little interesting play mid, but they do burn a lot for not that much. Do force Veil to back, so they are going to burn the TP. And a little bit of an interesting play there. Now, back into more of a ball state as Crab's going to spawn here for a few seconds. Got a while before that.
Yep.
Either of them-
Double Knight actually dropped in mid lane to try to co-veil there, but
Yeah.
for both the jungler and the mid laner. But
I just saw that Graves and Ignite.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ignite Graves. It's actually it is good into Hecarim
The
though.
double ignite, yeah. That's unlucky. They
So you can
layer
duel
it.
more.
It does not stack, and Nightmare can get a
Good trade, but
trade. I won't say
Oh,
good or
yeah.
bad, but a trade because he is out of corrupting pots.
Cho'Gath on a 3-second
It's not
cooldown.
Cho'Gath ulti yet.
Yeah,
Give
we'll
it,
be soon,
give it
we'll
a
be
few
soon.
levels, give it a sheen, some extra fun stuff, and ooh, the trade
Oh,
there. And
Catalyst
Catalyst
top
in the air.
here.
Now they're gonna have that burn the flash, still gonna go down to first blood.
Oh,
Perfectly fine, so a little bit greedy on the trade, but again, well played there by Catalyst and 4022 to
They're looking for a freeze,
kill. Yep.
as expected.
as
As
expected.
expected.
As expected.
expected.
Nico does not have TP though, so it looks like we'll have to walk back to lane and probably look for a roam play potentially even. See how he decides to respond to the freeze in mid lane.
Yep, Catalyst now pathing toward bots. I can see he wants to do anything with bot lane. Flash forward, under turret, good taunt to get away. Has to flash out, Ignite comes down, stunned up in the bush, but there's no auto attack coming because Data can't see him. Now he
Gated.
is knocked up by Shirazaki Rika. The trade ends up being fairly even when all is said and done.
Yeah, fairly even.
Heal burn by Gated, heal burn by J-Mords, Ignites by both supports, flashes by both supports.
I'm surprised nobody died.
Yeah, very
See this,
well played around the vision there by Shirazaki. Very well played around the vision.
Catalyst going for the secret Sheen hack, first back Sheen, just to speed up the clear and damage.
Are struggling here to get this wave into tower. Is 4022 going to
Very
definitely
freezable
try-
here.
Yeah.
Oh, the freeze angles.
Oh, knocks him out of the E.
Oh.
Actually, so
Still fine.
Yeah, still fine, but it's gonna lose a little bit. Wave is still technically frozen. The Hecarim on the other side of the map. Not much Nightlark has to worry about. Save a very unlucky 6-tick by 4022. This wave is in a very unfortunate position for the Orc.
It looks like it's gonna behind though.
This isn't gonna freeze now. It's gonna slow push.
Yeah.
And
definitely
Dragon's
fine.
actually started up here by Galio, so gonna try to grab
They're on the
this
opposite side of the map, so
Yeah.
that'd be
good pathing here to get this early Drake by Miku. All in all, though, still around a 500 gold lead over to the side of Coach Cap. Off that first blood kill, off a lot of huge great lead in jungle.
we'll probably be looking for a gank top lane here, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bot lane though, the lone Caitlyn is
Oh,
flashes. The
oh,
only virus
just-
can't grab
yeah.
anything more.
That's pretty big.
Well played by Jay Morse. Still grabs the flash off the Caitlyn though, so very valuable summoner lost. Either way though.
Yeah. The only virus was really comfortable in Alistar.
Yeah, one of his main champions in solo queue, to say the least, so
Yeah.
not very surprising.
Nightlark, once again, doing actually very well in the farm on Ornn here early on against 40-22. Even he has a massive wave crash on the tower, so he's going to pick up quite a bit more
Perhaps
of the
the
lead.
main ore and flying its ore. You always complain about.
This might be a little bit of a bot lane push here from Zika.
Trying to crash his wave here, but could
Yeah,
be cheese on here. Hex Splash.
Oh!
It's not enough. Doesn't have Nimbus Cloak. There's no
Not a Nimbus
advantage.
Cloak.
Speed.
Whoa! What?
It's unfortunate. This is freezable if Jay Morse wants to go that route.
Yeah, it'll be freezing.
It will be. Yeah, it'll be fun.
And
There it goes. Oh, never mind.
I don't know. Keep headshotting stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna go slow push back towards the east side of Coach Gap here.
Once I get back here,
They all still
Anonymous.
not doing too poorly against matchup, considering how
Few CS
unfavored
down.
he is. Yes.
That's about it. As Xbox
Splash being channeled.
He does have the Nimbus Cloak. It seems like Rika
Oh, Catalyst is here.
Well, good top, but there is no flash to follow.
How
And-
broken is Cyclone, by the way?
Yeah. Ooh, Nightlark doesn't find the W top lane either. 4022 good try, but he's going
Call it Board God.
Yeah, he's
Whoa.
trying to get mid-mock in. 4022
Ready?
is hit. He's looking for an E. The W wears off. There will be no
He is
knockup.
not
Nightlark just chipping away as mid-mock is on
He'll be
vision, so
fine.
4022 is not going to fall for the bait. Not going to
Oh, look for a dive here potentially.
Yeah,
Has the
good.
Ignite up.
Hextech Ultimatum is also available.
We'll just be seeing this
Ooh,
wave here.
stun mid lane here. Enzio Nana looking for the solo kill. Veil flashing away. Has the ultimate dodged away with an ult of his own, and Enzio Nana finds a solo kill. Meanwhile, top that mid-mock in the air, but Nightlark in the Hextech Ultimatum getting burned down, ticked lower and lower, ends up getting disengaged. But now mid lane, Enzio Nana in the trouble. Hecarim trying to find the kill. Nightlark taking tower top lane as the dive is gone some other way. Cancelled by Nightlark, finds the kill as well off the E.
How many times did Nightlark actually stop and cancel that Camille E? Like 3, 5 times already? What
Very consistently. Like,
Very
surprisingly consistently. And that can be... I mean, that's a... There are very few mechanics that Ornn has that are, like, difficult in any way to time.
Hey, you say that, but the Ornn combo, one-shot combo?
The Ornn... Okay,
Yeah.
that's the other... That's, like, one of the other ones.
Okay.
That's one of the other ones. The assassin Ornn. Ornn when he goes into it, you turn his card sideways and he goes into attack mode. that is the other one. But Miku definitely fighting back here. After some early
Right for the
game
top
work.
scuttle here.
Yeah, Nightlark is not in lane. No call the board got to mid-mock. Just gonna have to give this one. He's gonna try to get the ward, albeit very greedily. And will go away. Catalyst
That shot's
fight.
getting nerfed, right? Background getting nerfed next patch?
Yes.
Thank
That
God.
Grim is getting nerfed next match.
Turbo Kimting's also getting nerfed.
Zero
Oh.
Killing also getting nerfed, so not gonna be nearly as insane.
No more forcing in the rift.
And know that we now have a top lane Ornn, who is up a kill, up almost 20 CS against Camille.
Mid has the prio here. Mid has the prio.
Yeah, but oh, Mimon, he gets it. Are you kidding me with the auto attack?
Oh,
And
Lord
now
God
they're
just
gonna
come
go
out.
for Goldborn coming down. Mimok's already dead though. No one has secured the Herald. As Reed going to
Shit.
grab a lot of
Dead.
damage. Shockwave does find N0 Anonymous. No ultimate add. Double kill for the Hecarim. Nightlark has to settle for just getting the Herald and backing. So, despite another Herald steal, still certainly in favor of Coach Cap. And
You're
now
gonna
they're
be
looking for
dead
Nightlark as well. 42
Sure.
is getting away. Catalyst just gonna knock the Ornn backwards. There's no E to be had. No either. Stun comes through from the only virus, and it's a dead Nightlark in the top lane. So 3 kills for none. Over to the
All
side
on
of Coach
Hecarim.
Cap.
Pretty much
1v9.
One of the best,
Yeah.
one of the best champions for the kills to go to on the Hecarim. So let him snowball so much more. Get that turbo canceling back. Fairly soon.
Yeah, 4-0.
See how he decides to win this
Caitlyn
game.
is just crying in bot lane. I'm up 30 CS, but I'm still gonna die instantly to Hecarim.
Yikes.
Tears. Hecarim going for no damage build. It doesn't matter if he's going for no damage build. It's an ADC.
True.
You don't need damage to kill an ADC. Look at Leona.
Alright. You get one point by Leon?
Yeah, ADCs can get 1v1 with Leona.
Maybe early game, not late game.
Now, the second dragon is getting grabbed here. Catalyst did not have time to recall, so Miku still stacking his Soul Wincon, as it is Infernal Soul.
4-stack Infernal Soul angle. I see it. Don't let Kennen get that though.
I'd like to see here.
Imagining Echo with the Infernal Soul. Oh my god.
Holy pings. Ornn is trying to get mid lane here to try to grab the Rift. And he's gonna fight the Hecarim. Maybe not the most well informed, but it does about half his HP nonetheless. A little bit less, about a third of it. And Lazy Nightlark trying to get this play off here mid to grab some plating gold with the Herald, unlike last game where we had to settle for just the tower.
Why is Camille behind in CS compared to
I
War? What happened?
Don't know.
That's the opposite. What the? Oh well.
It's very odd. And yeah, they are gonna pop mid, so they are gonna go for the turret. I don't think they get the full turret with what's going on. Oh, Sunfire! You're on a dome. That's that ulti though. Hecarim there, guy ulti coming in as well. The call forward on the wombo combo here, but a good ulti wave from Callus to get a three-man shockwave from Bales. Well, not gonna have any fall damage though. Dr. Mika's in with no way out. Midmock also finding his way in. Nightlark looking for more, but isn't able to necessarily find anything. And instead, the Herald will just get the plates. They'll burn a lot of ultimates, but Camille, meanwhile, in top lane, getting a lot of plates on the turret and a lot more gold and waves and experience over the Ornn to get us offset a lot of the lead Nightlark had.
Ornn's been really like roaming a lot but getting nothing so far. Really unlucky.
Yeah, Rift
Like-
play definitely not looking
Yeah, that does
great
not look
here
nice.
out of Team Miku. The over contest on the fight a little bit too much. I mean, bot lane still absurdly ahead. Caitlyn 122 to 89 in farm.
Almost
So-
play like a Galio as Ornn. Weird.
They are going to switch up lanes. Kaisa is going to the mid lane. They're going to send Ori to bot lane. No here. So a little bit of a lane assignment, I think, to try to deal with Echo to some range. And also some CC deterrent from Alistar. As Echo maybe caught out here. Has the W. Galio also in the top.
Tower! Who's getting caught?
Yeah, he's out of the way. He seems like he might have died for the sins of N0. Kalos does pop the ghost, but there's no room to be found out anymore. So the slippery mid laner from Miku manages to just kind of get away, and then they reassign their lane to Caitlyn's back mid lane. Kaisa's not getting out of this matchup. There's another cancel from Nightlark. Wow.
Another kid. What?
Dude, playing the Ornn very well here in game 2. And Midmock gets the blue buff from Catalyst.
Wait, teach me Ornn. What the?
4-0.
Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, you can
can't
get because the W is a knock up, so it knocked you out of your Camille.
No, I'm talking about you can't have this much lead against Camille is my question. It's Ornn. What?
I've seen Darkwing do it.
Bramble, Tab eyes. There's a bombies coming up, and then there will be no more damage onto Ornn.
ADC.
Similar levels,
CS
probably.
gap. CS gap is getting bigger and bigger as time goes by. This is not good. Kaisa.
Darkwings can win that matchup though, no cap.
Ducklings is a different animal.
Yes.
Does it take Spellbook or with Grass?
He takes. Depends.
Spellbook, come on. You gotta take Spellbook.
Sometimes he wants to take.
Grass-
Something actually does take spellbook for
Range
He's a Futures
or
market.
range?
The Futures market.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just potential.
Because you can like just go cloth armor start, farm a wave, and get Bramble's Vest any percent. 2 minutes 14.
Not having a good time top. The Camille is not having a good time.
What was the first one? Say Kevin Schmid.
Kevin
Guess
Schmidt.
that's Darkwing's name, right?
Duckling.
Yeah, his name is Kevin Schmidt.
Oh yeah. Just
Came up
keep
with
walking,
the last
just keep walking mid, Ornn. Just keep walking mid. Don't check back in the Alistar. All is well. A lot of instances in this series where players just get very close to each other. Nothing really happens.
Surprisingly, well, not actually not that surprising, but although it feels like the tempo advantage is towards Miku here, Coach Cup does have gold lead here, so
Yeah.
most of it is
Sizable,
on the
sizable
Hacker.
like 1.8k gold lead.
Yeah.
You do have another Dragon Cup up in 30 seconds, so some recalls.
If you look at
coming
Dragon
in, coming
Vision,
back.
Vision is mostly surrounded by the red team, so
This
it's
is a
really hard for.
important break as well for Coach Cap to contest. Do not want
They
to
have that's good.
overstacking
Yeah.
breaks.
No one's in position though. Very.
Yeah,
Very
the only
bad
Virus also
setup
not
here
able to
so
back
far.
for wards either.
Yeah, look
So
for Vision. That's
Alistar has no ward.
oh,
Hector
Hector
out
getting
by
some
Echo.
for Dragon. It's not a good sight to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of chunking. 40.2 is down here. Did burn TP, so Warren still has come out here in a minute. Does get to push out this mid wave.
Orange just come to Dragon, I
Walk
think.
down to the fight. If Miku can stall, Caitlyn is putting up the wall.
You shall not
Very
pass.
Anonymous is going in, but it's onto an Alistar with ulti. Now the duel is coming in. And
Yeah,
they get him down on the Echo. Finally popped the ulti.
Remember Shockwave.
But Midlock is done,
What?
gone. Failed Shockwave plans. Drew the Orn ulti, not be able to find anything. And so far, Coach Cap loses no one. They're actually still very healthy as well. I'm
Jungler
not
is dead
sure
this
what the
time.
plan
Parallel
is.
Convergence.
It's going on.
Oh.
Parallel Convergence doesn't find anybody. And they're not
That is
dead to Hector.
good.
4-man top 2
That
seconds. There's
is
no
not
damage.
good.
Miku
That's
is just
a
fighting
troll.
separate battles. Nightlark falls as well. 5 for 4 for Coach Cap as they just clean up house.
Disaster.
We're going.
This Hecarim is quite sizable.
Yes, and as well as that, you have. I mean, they've learned. Miku burned so much engage, so much damage and cooldowns on going in on an Alistar.
They're not getting the
With
key
all-
targets they need. They're getting the wrong target.
Oh,
Only
J-Ro's
virus.
in trouble.
Good flash.
Good,
J-Ro-
yeah,
oh.
great flash.
Fun.
Oh, and Gale Force finds the
Gale
kill
Force.
as well.
Gale is also killed.
So yeah, really
Probably didn't
well
wanna
played by
commit for that
J-Force on
one.
the back end of this.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he was really low health.
Man, I mean that fight, disastrous for Miku. The dragon scaling stop. You don't have that win con coming in at 22 minutes anymore. You have to wait another 5 to even try for the win con.
Red
And
buff is
you
gonna
lose
just-
you lose 4 people.
Well, I like the J-Morg's decision making here. He just saw it and it's like, okay, I'm not committing this.
Ooh, Catalyst still making some. Ooh, Hecarim. Still very tanky though.
Oh,
Big
okay.
shutdown
Yo,
potentially.
just pop.
He'll be losing a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
shutdown.
Grab one, still healing quite a bit.
Yeah,
She's like,
let's
you're looking for the con.
Yeah.
Midlock has the
Uh,
damage as well. 900
no.
gold to the graves.
Oh,
Yeah,
Plus a
they're
plus a
greedy for the
frog.
farm. Overstaying. It's
Oh,
just
and
far too
speaking of
long.
overstaying,
Ah,
Nightlark caught out in mid lane. Stun coming through from Alistar. The insect surely on its way as Ornn still very tanky, so he's gonna walk it out. Good Q to disengage
why
the
is
Kaisen.
that tanky? He should have W'd. He then got caught and interrupted. And still fine.
This is
Still forgiving
And
of a
now-
champion. I
what's the wackest thing about all this is Coach Cap got near an ace. They got 4 kills, and in the span of the next 2 minutes, it's now less than a 1k gold lead from a 4k gold lead.
Yeah, just so many mistakes, overstaying for
So
far
many
too
shutdowns
long.
as well. 900 gold shutdown on the Hecarim. Goes over to Mitmock. You get another kill on the Alistar. 300 more gold over to Daymorgs, who's now still 40 CS up.
Ornn's level 11. He gets really, really close to the upgrade, the passive level. So, pretty much- Oh, I forgot. Increase.
They nerfed
Yeah.
him because
Oh,
Ornn OP.
I don't-
Ornn is ooh.
yeah, and he's still looking OP to me.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
They are gonna grab the bot lane tier 1. Is Bale just gonna set up a freeze? He doesn't care. Or that's top lane, sorry.
Classic. I've seen these
Is it
before.
a good idea to set up a freeze here and
Oh,
give him
There's
there's
not
nothing
any
to get.
objectives on the map. I mean, you're under your tier 2 turret, so it's gonna take a really hard overextend to kill you. So yeah, freezing here is fine.
I mean,
freezing here is fine.
freezing
No
is
Drake
fun.
for about almost.
You're letting them setting up a lot of vision here.
230.
There's nothing to get though. Harrow's gonna get fired. They're not gonna be able to do Baron this early.
Yeah, they don't have the damage to do it this early. You need Caitlyn to have probably right on that.
Baron's
Nightlark's dead.
staying.
And this is
I
what
don't
happens when you
hate-
overextend on the freeze.
Result
Kai's
of the
in
freeze.
here. Yeah.
Opportunity.
Yeah, and they can't really get anything topside. Like they,
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
nothing.
think they have the.
There's nothing Coach Cap or not Coach Cap. Sorry, Miku can really do here. Maybe a pick on an Alistar. That is a very
That is
tanky
not-
target.
He has unbreakable will still.
Good job,
Good
actually.
shot,
Seems
yep.
like you were gonna buffer the proc of phase rush there, so he couldn't run out of taunt. That's pretty neat. Little mechanical thing there. And yeah, there's nothing
Oh.
that Miku's
bit
gonna
of a lull state to say at least until the next Drake into about 2 minutes here. We'd like to see them start setting up in the next, starting in about a minute or so, so about 2 waves. Alistar really needs to be in position, kind of look for an angle. And if Alistar can look for an angle, it could be really, really good. But of course, front and back is actually still fine for the side of Coach Cap here because, you know, Hecarim, Kaisen can
still
dive.
2 items. You have to
Orianna
now.
just can just press R, you know. There's a lot of options for the side of Coach Cap in terms of engage.
Steric's Gage as well, absurdly good item right now. So good. It'll be really hard to burn through that as Blaze and take a minute.
Shockwave.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that
what
is
I'm
not-
out
that is
here.
so-
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
So greedy for just a pink word.
And it is still a minute, so he'll be able to get the dragon still, but that's still another kill on the Veil, another kill on the carry of Coach Cap. That is not what you want to see. And for Coach Cap,
And the
you're
Orianna
picking up hard.
will be up, probably. Actually, no, it won't be up. Oh, Catalyst doesn't have the ult anymore. But
Yeah,
has that
Fox
CDR.
Be careful as dealing with fire. He does have Chem Tank. He's on to the grave.
No
but doesn't-
follow up though.
Yeah, no
Oh,
follow-up.
well.
Doesn't want to overextend yet. They understand the dragon's coming up here early. Echo gonna be up in here in just a second. Coach Cap in a still very good position to contest it. 2 items on your ADC go the Lord Dominic's as well as the Gale Force. Guys is still feeling pretty good despite having a really rough time in lane. Got an item and a half on top lane. Jungle's got 2 items. Mid lane is sitting on a needlessly large, so going for a very early.
Orianna?
Veil, maybe cut out mid-mock. Get over the wall, they got Hecarim and the only virus trying to engage. Doesn't have any follow-up damage again. 2-man knockup though, it's
Nice
coming from the
knockup.
side. Hector ultimate down, but he's
Which one is
alone
deep?
in the back line. And you're not getting
Oh, Fort God.
Or else gonna disengage as well. They're just buying time.
Hated.
But this got to die. J-Mort finds one going for only virus and so many low health points.
Good Shockwave.
2-man Shockwave disengaged. Double kill for Catalyst. As we end up getting 2 for 2 so far. Bot lane for mid and support. And a lot of low health bars on Miku. Catalyst still very healthy. Nightlord's gonna try to peel off as the dragon is done. J-Mor's going for it. Still has Sterix. The Hecarim so quick with the E as Nightlord still looking for the engage. Finds the flash to stun, but he has the ultimate again. And able to get away. Now 40-22 might have to look more on the mid-knock.
Oh.
He is in the pit, but now he can't get out. 42 very low. Got the shield, has the ball. The extra armor doing some work. Mid-mock not able to get it. Finally does.
So
In
close.
Such double-digit health. And a very close fight, but Miku end up getting soul point. They get so much off of that. Hecarim still juiced, though, on the backside, able to get away. So Catalyst still feeling good. And this is such a close game when it comes to fighting. Very disjointed, though, from Coach Cap. A lot of different theaters of battle coming out. And Miku, I mean, we talked about it in the draft. Between the Galio ulti, the Ornn ulti, and N0 be able to buy so much time on Echo, you have so much like stages of peel back. So Catalyst and Veil and Gated and the Only Virus can't all just pile on at once. And then up isolating 40-22, then they isolated the Only. There were just so many like layers of disengage as N0's caught again.
No,
Has the
oh,
ultimate, but the Only Virus is gonna have his shot back. Chem Tank going up, trying to find time for you. Good.
Yep.
Rock
Not
Zone
agreed for
actually
this.
going back in.
Oh,
You had the ultimate
Hard
here
work,
in
God.
off the Ornn. Good shockwave from Veil, and that'll wrap up the kill. Shizuki coming in. Ezreal does grab the kill
Veil's
on
dead.
Alistar.
Yeah.
Veil dead as well. Shut down
Yeah.
600 to J-Morgs.
why would you?
That's Baron.
That will probably be Baron.
Really well played by Ezreal, lasting that long.
If that was the mid lane, I was a little mad. That was such a bait with no vision.
Catalyst didn't have the damage it looked like. The Kemtank actually not doing damage. but once again,
Kemtank actually late game is terrible because you don't have damage. He's
I
he's
guess
awful
if
early.
I guess if your opponent's not an AD carry, you just can't kill him.
Yep. Indeed.
Oh, but Catalyst in the pit though. Look for the steal. Is secure by Midmock with the smite
Oh,
though.
no.
Hecarim just looking for a trade kill here. Does get shut down onto Midmock as well. Valiant effort for the steal. Not sure if it was necessary considering this game is still very close.
It is a close game, but it's starting to snowball in one direction.
Yeah, Miku pick up the Baron. They're going to be looking for Dragon here in 2 minutes 50 seconds, which is Soul. So going to have a lot of power enforcing around that objective. And the carries of Team Miku as well. J-Morgs, 303, 250 TS. getting close to 3 items looking for that eye edge completion. Mitmock has picked up a ton of gold off of these shutdowns recently.
Someone needs to give some kills to Kaisa and Oriana. And I'm
Ori's-
not. I don't,
Ori's been getting some gold. It's not
right,
much
but
to
I don't know
like.
why I don't see. I don't know why I don't see Zanya here. Zanya should be out right now, immediately, at least a stopwatch, to prevent herself from getting caught, or at least getting dove. I think we saw like twice in a row that Oriana's get popped in a fight because of Galio CC.
Galio CC plus Echo Dive plus
Echo Dive,
a lot of very instantaneous or ranged damage that Oriana has a really hard time dealing with.
I'd rather see maybe a Banshees actually. in that
Banshees
situation.
might be.
some kind of survivability.
Yeah,
piece.
Banshees would be good here, I think.
Banshees would still be. I think either is an option. Depends on what you want to go for.
Something has to be
Banshees
done.
is better for the actual item stat value because you get the magic resist. But I mean, again, Caitlyn Grey is still also really fed. So
As long as Oriana and Kaisa's alive in their fight, I think it is still a winnable fight for the team coach gap.
really, Miku
So-
not so far doing too much with his Baron play. They only have one wave pushing in bot wave, which is Nightlark, who's still feeling pretty good into 42. He did not cancel that. He did not cancel that. He unfortunately does get a good trade off though. And
Catalyst
Mike
caught
Conley,
here.
Catalyst caught
Oh
out.
no!
Ace in the hole, but does no damage because tank Hecker him.
Is it?
Mitmock
I
gonna pop
think
these guys.
it might be-
Flash
no.
forward in bot lane. Nightlark is getting picked off. 42
Nightlark getting
goes
picked
very
off.
low, but in the top side, it's a whole different story. As disengage coming through, the only virus got the 4-man knockup, but it's only buying time. And it's a 1-for-1 cross map. Still probably worth for Coach Cap, and I think you're getting top lane for support, as well as a Baron disengaged. So Coach Cap, well played on that one. Manages to grab the one in the bot lane with the pick off onto Nightlark. They're going to neutralize the ban. They're going to get 42 to push. They get Kaisa a kill, which might be the most important part of that whole series of events. But they do have 35 seconds to the soul.
Yeah, the resets are very slow.
Yeah, Veil not reset. Does have TP on both of the laners for Coach Cap. Nightlark does have TP, so in 6 seconds he will be able to get in there instantaneously. Really late recall from Catalyst, though. Really late recall from Catalyst.
It really
Yeah,
was.
they might just rush it on
Yeah,
spot.
they could honestly just rush it. Caitlyn and Graves do so much damage to objective at this point. Well, that Shinozaki Ryu gets picked, in which case this might turn to fight before the Drake. Double
Yeah, I
knock
know about
goes
this.
down. Mitmock looking for the damage, but able to grab away. Mitmock on out.
Oh.
Potentially Catalyst looking for it. Mitmock back in the enemy team. The jungler's caught out. The shutdown is there as Shinozaki Ryu gets in the back line, but it's doing no damage. Doing no damage. Michael someone's on the support. And now Veil to grab another. Catalyst still looking for more. Nightlark finds the knock him on the wall, but it's N0 on the back line. We'll find the double. Catalyst goes down, but goalie might be too much as Veil goes on a rampage. Nightlark, though, not able to find anything. It ends up being a 3-for-3. So very close. Now 42 dudes looking for one.
Shockwave.
Good
Really
Johnson
good
Jable,
shot.
but now the Hextech ultimate him down. Moving forward, Oriana finds another shutdown.
Huge
Nightlark,
shutdown.
the last man standing, but the Orn has no damage. Coach Gap find them all, and they're gonna find the Drake, and they will hang on in this game.
20-14.
Dude, how sad is Caitlyn now though? Like one-shotted like Camille Q. One-shotted.
Togat R has been activated.
That is so unfair.
And all that coming off the pickoff. Mitmock a little too greedy, looking for the pick onto Gated before Dragon gets caught out. Shinozaki Rika tries to help, gets caught out as well. You have all these 1v1, 1v4s, 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 and Miku still trades very well into it, 3-for-3 initially, but they just can't stave away the Orion and the Camille. The carry stayed alive where you had only one for Miku, and it's an 80 carry. And without the team, the 80 carry is going to be a really rough go.
Yeah, I honestly suggest the Orm to start building nice bow at this point for Caitlyn. I think instead of engaging, I think Orm really needs to look for counter engage. So looking at how the Coach Gap is playing, I think counter engage
Protection.
Protection, yeah, basically. Give protection to Caitlyn.
Now she's like, ooh, no shockwave from Veil. They're not going to let those things yet.
I mean, even if you have to, just get a locket at this point.
Yeah. Well, you can't get a lock it because you have a mythic.
Sure, but no, you can sell that item and get a locket.
I don't know how worthwhile that is. It is making Nightlark extraordinarily tanky because of Warren's passive.
Oh, Veil.
Veil.
Let's get the Zarya. Very good John this bit,
Now
actually.
N0 might be the one getting caught out. Ultimatum
Watch
on
the ult.
Diego.
Watch that goal.
Another Zanya's in. And then Dynamic still around. Gated getting chopped to half. Good ulties. One from Nightlark to get the engage. Catalyst going very low. The only virus looking for the pick goes on to end here. Now, finally. Galio ulti comes around. Heroes enters though, finds no one as the only virus in 4022 trying to kite away. And Lark having beat flashing forward, looking for the pick. Here comes the ulti. The shockwave finds them all. And now Gated finds one low health bars all around. Shields can go full. It's all 4, not 5. N0 gets out. Off the side, Coach Cap, the turn of the century, will grab everyone in the Baron, and then might lose find the Echo as well as 4022 is looking for blood. He's finally got to kill Camille, and he wants more. Gets the stun down with the payload convergence. Hook shot, not going to find it, but it will be Baron for Coach Cap. They extend the goal lead to 2K.
For the who is gated for the blinded sight.
Ooh, 4022 looking for it. Good payload conversion from N0 up the flash.
That was a huge shockwave from Bale, just coaxing them into that little corridor there in the Raptor pit, and just finding that huge 3-man shockwave with the Hycram just diving into the back line. Camille is safe to say is pretty much online at this point.
Two items, useless the entire game. Best
We'll be getting that Death Dance very soon, I believe.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Again, this LDR, Kaisa, just finished the IE. Honestly, just huge. Just huge. And now Hecarim is just turbo tanky, will not die, has both the Randuin and the Thornmill now. Probably be getting perhaps like a Spear Visage for a final item. Son of the Sheen.
Now Miku,
So,
3K gold deficit. Still on soul points. There's still, if you're on Team Miku's side, there is still plenty of win conditions you can still levy. Caitlyn's still very strong. Has a Berserker potion. I'm not really sure about that one. As now
really need to protect Caitlyn. Oh, the only virus might be a good call here.
Yeah,
Very squishy.
Ooh, that does not look nice.
But now Catalyst is here, and now Midlock is
Who's getting called out, though?
here as well. Good shielding. The ult comes through. Veil
Who's catching out who?
The collapsing power of Coach Cap is levied as N0 bailed out of the fight early to try to disengage.
Van Hacker, every game, please. Oh
Yeah,
my
just
God.
look at the level differences at this point. Oriana's up 2 on Echo here. And same with top lane. Ivan, 4022 was a little bit behind before, but now just has really fallen caught back up and is just so far ahead.
Yeah, out of control.
And very powerful. Yeah, no one can match him. I think at this point, really.
Yeah, now you're looking at 5K gold lead, 33 minutes in. Very, very hard to kill really anyone on Coach Cap right now.
Some kind of miracle needs to happen to get this soul.
Yeah, you're gonna need this soul is pretty much the only way I can see Miku really getting their foothold back in the game. They need to get the full.
Soul.
They need to win the team fight. They need to get the soul, or at least steal the soul away. Because if I think Coach Cap gets this Drake, they start scaling up. They are going to be the ones coming on top of this one. This will be the pivotal fight for Miku.
If they get 4 Inferno Drake and a soul,
and they have to check. They have to check through these choke points as well, which is just so scary into Oriana at the moment.
Yeah, Oriana, Camille, so much power. Alistar, so much power. Very difficult for you to walk anywhere.
Dragon started up.
Right.
This is it.
Dragon convergence.
Started.
Okay,
Go
looking for it.
Anonymous finding 41-2. Dragon down to 1500 as the only virus peeling away.
Dragon's already
Dragon in
gone.
the backline, but gated, trying to DPS him down. Catalyst 5-3, the
Nice.
shockwave
Oh,
finds
Allure Instinct
two.
still available.
Bot
Gated.
going slow. Bale trying to cut away. Nightlark's in there. Bale does go down, but the kills are coming through for gated and Miku. They made their stand, but isn't enough. Killing spree for 45. The last
GG.
kill will go down.
And
4 kills for gated, the quadra kill, and that is the full ace. Coach Cap, clean house.
After the release of Zetai from the line of a Coach Cap, Gated is now fully unleashed.
You're the inhibitor?
I was inhibiting Gated's power until just now. Grant Gated Chen has fully been unleashed. Another 1-1 from Coach Cap though. Looks like they will not be going for the end here, so taking a save.
They'll be coming up too early, respective, but this game now affirmatively in Coach Cap's control. There's still one more
10k goal. I mean, not 10k.
What?
What is it? I almost said 10k goal. I read a 68 instead of 65.
Yeah, it's like 6. It's like a little. It's like 6.5.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miku's still taking one more shot. They got Soul up in here in 3 minutes, 40 seconds. They can try and go for it again, but at this point, it is on. The onus is on Coach Cap to give this one away. They
Yeah.
have fought back from an early deficit. Well, correction, they got an early lead. Miku got the lead back, and then Miku threw the lead, and now
It's a
Coach Cap has
volleyball
the lead.
basically.
This is very
Throwing back and
PSU
forth.
LCS gold graph.
Yeah, but Gated is huge right now. Has a GA.
Yep.
Oh, Jay
Um,
Morgan. Oh no!
Morg-
the
oh,
Caitlyn
no,
is locked.
Jay
Gated
Morg.
has a run. They get the guy. All these three gives him a catalyst.
No, it
Awesome
doesn't matter.
run, but it gets off the way. Caitlyn is out for now. She's not going to be disengaged, but the knockup from the Nightlark. So there will be
That's
no
like a
call
bit
to
deep, though.
God. Nightlark is very deep. There's nothing he can do. Catalyst has so much heal with Xerix. This man cannot be killed. Ends up being a 1
Caitlyn
or
survived
0, but
so much.
Caitlyn does survive. Caitlyn does survive.
Used
The top
everything.
laner
Flash,
dies
Gale
for this-
Force,
Yep.
heal, whatever.
Top laner
Just-
dies for the sins of the AD carry.
Typical.
Respect. You've done your job as the tank.
Honestly, it wasn't even sin. What is ADC gonna do? It has to walk up somehow.
Yeah.
Has to walk somewhere.
And now, yeah, this is gonna be Coach. You have to see it now, and they still have to wait for Baron to come up in 40 seconds, so they can't.
Not very easy to seize against Caitlyn.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hard one to end down. They're probably just waiting on the Baron here to try and get gold, clear out this jungle, get vision control. The 9 yard.
I like 40-20 to be ball lane here, actually, to just push out the wave and generate pressure.
Yeah, it
and
has
look for a
TP
TP angle.
TP as well, so.
40-20 should just move bot here, just push out, get pressure for Baron. And then, I mean, they have to choose between losing their whole entire base because Camille's, you know, damage or losing the Baron, right? So, we'll have to see how they decide to play this sequence out for the next about minute or so before Drake starts to spawn, where the Dragon's Hold is obviously just such a much more important objective at this point.
No solution, I think. I honestly see no solution.
It'll be still, in any event, very hard for Miku to fight at this point in the game. Vale is absurdly strong. Camille, absurdly strong. Gated, absurdly strong. And while, yes, you still do have damage threats on the side of Miku, can you actually kill anyone is the question.
Oh. Or is it to actually just TP it up instead of continuing to pressure bot lane?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, considering you're just kind of doing the Baron dance. If you had started the Baron and were looking for the fight, I'd say, yeah, sure, it's mismatch. Does no damage to Catalyst at this point, just absurdly tanky.
Yeah, just
Absurdly tanky.
has the rand
Oh,
ones.
this is big. Engage still in the last fight. Through the shockwave, not proc yet. Vale will hold on. Here comes the call for Forge backline. They're trying to steal. Good fear away. Forge will not be pressed. Catalyst going very low. Just finally popping there. Galio is disengaged. Only buyers. There are no deaths so far. Meanwhile, Nightlark caught in the backline. There's a lot of health bars, but Gated will be the one going godlike. And ends up
Everyone's
being
so low on the
another
side of
one.
Coach Cap.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Gated!
Coach Cap. Oh, Gated! Seems like Enrico might be caught. He is! Double kill.
Oh, the
Coach Cap
headshot.
Coach Cap does find the only virus, but it is support. Where meanwhile you're missing top and support from Miku.
Inferno's coming up. Inferno's coming up. I have to
Yeah, Inferno's
rotate.
coming
Have
up.
to
This
rotate.
is a really tough spot to be in. Miku, they don't want to give the Baron, but they also can't give Soul. And now,
They're starting to rotate their
yeah,
soul.
they're starting to rotate. They
Yeah.
don't have the front line though.
Gated
Catalyst
still
gonna have
will
ulti
help
back
with
up for this
PA,
fight.
so
Gated and Vale both still have ult, and both their flashes are coming back up.
Yeah, and
As
GA
well
is still
as
available for
2022.
Gated.
They're gonna trade Baron for Infernal Soul.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing you can do here. I don't think they can win the
That
fight.
is- I don't know if they can get the Baron though in time.
probably
Oh, the
can.
TP is coming in from Vale, from top lane.
Yeah,
I think it's too slow. It's too slow. It's too slow.
So close. They're gonna give it a kin. Yeah.
Oh, J-Morg's might be caught here.
Oh,
J-Morg's
God.
dead. That's one Baron
Oh.
down. The 80 carry is gone. 57 seconds on the dead timer now.
Ghost is popped.
Catalyst looking for more. Ghost pop. Good disengage from Nightlark for now, but it's only buying time that he might not have.
They're walking
Trying to
past.
heal, wait for mid-max. Green here. Kills on. Gated and coming to the killer engine, but it doesn't come through. Mid-Mock on the wrong side.
Still has the GA.
Ultimatum. Trying to heal as much as he can. And
Mid-Mock is doing a lot of
finding
work here.
kills. The damage is there. And two GAs are popped. Catalyst going very low. Shutdown for Nightlark. Mid-Mock finds another one to Catalyst. And finally, Miku will find a shred of light. It was a dark, dark game for them so far. The overcommit by the top and jungler from Coach Cap going to delay this game further as we tick the 40-minute mark. 4 Infernal Drake Soul for Coach Cap. The Baron on a few members of Miku to try to stall out for longer, but
This Graves is actually quite big at this point.
yeah, 4 items.
4 item Graves with
And
shield
should
bow.
be getting an up. Yeah, had the upgrade shield bow. This is Orin has upgraded all items, so all the Orin upgrades are in. 5,000 gold of value, so realistically, gold technically even buy the items.
Essentially even, yeah.
Essentially
But
even on gold.
if you look at the Infernal Soul, it's just that's another
Infernal
5,000
Soul.
gold.
Yeah.
That's like 5,000 gold right there.
Yeah, that's just another. Yeah, that's just
Additional
another
stuff.
item.
They are going to use the Baron to get this mid lane tier too, so Miku's still getting some stuff done despite the tempo being affirmatively in Coach Gap's favor. At this rate in the game, they're going to grab some camps for trouble, continue trying to get items. We get a QSS coming in for J-Morgs.
Yep. Pretty smart, I'd say. So the Hecarim can't just fear permanently. That's like the only threat really to J-Works is Hecarim at this point. Since I don't think Alistar should be able to get on him unless like they don't know where he is, basically.
Yeah.
So a little bit of low state. Probably will just be fighting for the next Elder Drake, which will be spawning at exactly this or about the same time as Baron. To see how it gets played out here, but you know we're basically coming into full items. Oriana's at full items. Kaisa also at full items.
Cautious, everyone's chilling. Alright, wake me up when there's a team fight.
No, either way.
Oh, Graves looks like we'll be going for that Spirit Visage actually for the extra healing.
Yeah, he has the Bloodthirst, he has the shield though, although it doesn't heal as much as it used to. Still, a lot of healing, and there is no
healer with us.
at all, except on Hecarim. Catalyst, the only one with a Thorn Mail.
Yeah, and Ignite obviously, but
Yeah, well, Ignites are, yeah, they're Grievous wounds, but they're not consistent Grievous wounds. You can't
Yeah.
reliably proc them. Very exciting to see such two close games here from Coach
Yeah.
F and because these are two teams who are very close to stadium. This is a very, I'm not saying very likely playoff matchup, but these are two teams that are pretty much secured for playoffs at this point. They do have to win a few more games, but they're games that they're predicted to generally do well in. 1-1 will win. So it is nice to see these teams be so close in comparative strength. It is very
considering
nice.
that Coach Cap did take down the formerly undefeated team, 500 Girth Gods before. We'll have to see. Maybe the top of the board, top of the leaderboard is quite maybe a bit more volatile than previously suggested. As
Or at
Sonic
least
Picora
be
Watan also
more
lost to
beatable.
GME. Yeah.
Hey.
As Sonic Picora Watan also lost to
I
GME.
mean, Miku got 2-0'd by GME as well. Miku also, Boomers and Zoomers, I believe, also 1-1 Coach Cap, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yeah.
And Miku did 2-0 Boomers. So there's a lot of like stuff
Engage.
going on. Yeah, Engage coming in. They're gonna fight now. Exactly because the mid-back is going low, but there's so much healing on this Rage. He can't be killed. 40-22's caught away. J-Mo trying to kill at the end. Trying to get some more. Nightmark now in as the Galio ulti comes down. Miku is fighting into Infernal Soul, and they're doing their damage to win. Felix flashing fortune second, they're not able to grab a kill. Data going very low. The kite away from Coach Cap is perfect. There's gotta be some recall. Nightlark on single digit HP has the TP to get back into this one. The Elder Dragon not up yet for another minute 40. Just a random fight in the bot side jungle, and it is
So close.
so close.
You know what? I actually don't know who's gonna win anymore.
It is so absurdly close to these fights. Midmock, for all the failures in the grave this game, is so hard to kill when Kai'Sa's not blasting him down. Or doesn't get a
I mean, if you look
shockwave.
at Graves, look what's building. I think he's building the Spirit Visage,
Yeah,
right?
there's Spirit Visage is complete.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
Spirit Visage.
Gonna
And
heal so much.
there's Merc Treads
Honestly.
as well for the
Yeah.
extra MR.
He's basically Bruiser with a gun.
Yeah, this Elder fight is certainly going to be the game. Look,
Why
they're going to look
virus?
for another fight potentially.
Chem tank.
Tank burn, that should be
Oh,
on
that
full
burn.
rate.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, about a minute. Yep, should have time.
In terms of flashes, all flashes available except for Nightlark and Shinozaki. He does have X Flash though. Gated Veil and 40.2 all going to have their flashes up for this Elder's break. As a lot of poke coming down from Veil. It's very
They
hard
kept-
for Miku to walk in here.
Like this.
Extraordinarily hard for them to walk in.
Inferno Drake poke is very, very hurtful. They do not want to take this poke.
Yep, and they're going to inject midlane. They get 18 on Nightlark. So a few
They
extra
do have
stats
mid
on
lane.
them.
Oh, they could look for a mid lane end or something.
I don't
I'll
think they
just give
can
them
end. I think the Elder goes too fast. It is a late game
Oh,
fight.
yeah, but they're giving. They're bringing them back. They're calling them back to base.
Nightmark might be in trouble here. No, Midmont is the one in trouble. Catalyst coming forward. Midmont has to flash over a wall.
Oh.
Good blast code. And now the Elder spawning. And
No.
Miku is the
Still
one
positioning.
with positioning.
Wait, Miku gets the position for Elder. This is
Oriana gonna have a bit hard time, but Nightlark caught out. He's back to the enemy team, getting burned
Oh.
down. The pick is made. good
Oh,
use
jump
of
right
combos,
up.
but now Shizaki Riga's coming in. One kill goes down, Shizaki Riga trying to taunt away, taunt on to Veil, Midmock there,
Get
good
the back
double
line.
kills, now backline gated coming forward. 42 fights, one going to J Morgs, another one falls as Veil getting 1v1, but gated is legendary. Midmock still trying to cut away, but it might be too much.
Oh my God,
going in,
Gated.
almost gets insta-killed by Camille. 1Q, 3/4 HP, grabs
Huge
the
echo.
ultimate, Gated coming in, but he's
Oh.
peeled away by the Alistar, and it was a hard-fought battle, but it is 4-1 in favor
Oh, shit.
of it. Midmock actually grabs one more, so the jungler for Miku is still alive after all of it, as Elder is on the
42
table.
has TP.
42 does have TP, so he's gonna be able to get back into this one. They might just look for the fight. Gated and 42 both still have G available. Catalyst
Hey, Spider.
looking for the pick.
Spider
42
for HP,
can't
Spider
find
for
it.
HP.
Yep.
Oh, 42
Trying to
is
find some
very
time.
low.
42 we're very low.
Oh,
Going
getting
back
out
as
so
well. The Gated
low.
player, the ult though, the fear, there will be no healing. He's shut down. Gated with the ace finds it. No more to be had. He stalls down, but no one going to be up in time to contest this one. Nightlark has a
Nightlark
TP,
has
but
TP,
what
but-
can he do?
Cannot do anything.
The Elder assuredly going towards Coach Cap, the Baron on the table as well.
Oh.
Most certainly the
Wow.
Baron now with the Elder buff for Coach Cap. And this is, we said it before once, but this is more than likely the end of the game.
Sure.
They cannot fight for this Baron. It's
They
impossible.
cannot, you cannot fight the Elder Infernal Soul. There is no way.
Right.
There
Hey,
is
we
no
said it's
physical
gonna be over
option for you.
15 minutes ago. We said that.
15
But-
minutes ago we said this game was over.
Well, it's still in it.
Wow, this homie melts.
Yeah, it's go. it is.
Oh.
It is essentially
No.
Kaisa with Kaisa, Hecarim,
I was gonna say,
with
that
Elder
was
Dragon and
just-
Fertile Soul. Everything melts.
Yeah, execution actually is picked up for Camille, so we'll be doing a bit more damage to the Graves
Yeah,
in the future fights.
Midmock's
But
gonna be
the
a
next fight,
lot
I
harder.
suspect, will be the last fight.
Yeah, this is. They have Baron, they have Elder. There's an open inhibitor in mid lane.
This should
There's
be.
not.
this
There's not much that Miku can do in this situation. It will take a miracle of a team fight to disengage at this point. Everyone's level
3.2
18.
looking.
Everyone's still. And what's worse is all the primary members of Cook still have GAs and they're gonna fight Elder Drake instead. Enzio Nama's gonna go into Golden, but Camille's still in the area. The top one plays it. Veil. Look at the shot
Everything's
but they're not taking
available.
it yet. And instead it'll be Coach Cap just slowly burning away at the defenses of Team Miku.
Yeah, 3
Now
D8
Those Hawks, Midlock, getting caught out here.
Midlock, he caught out the shockwave finds
Chocolate
two.
cancels though.
The Elder
It's
burns away
They're
Midlock
getting
down,
in the back
Nightlark
line.
down as well, double kill negated.
They're killing them all.
N0 Anonymous, last ball here, Kate actually
So
James is still
sad.
alive, didn't manage to kite away. But there's
Only
nothing
virus.
that Kate can do, he goes
Oh,
Hey,
or just
wow.
grab
Did he
one
egg?
onto the support, but there's still 4 Baron Elder members with potions to boot.
GG.
Yup.
That is
GG.
GG, the 1-1. Well played, all. Banger of a series in these last few weeks of PSU LCS play, and it will be 1-1 for both Coach Cap and Team Miku. GG.
That was hype.
That was pretty good. No.
Really good, not gonna lie.
Gated Unleashed.
Gated Unleashed.
Gated Unleashed.
Yeah, actually.
Before we get into post-game analysis, for either team, because we did have a 1-1 scenario, anyone want to do an interview, hop in team chat, we'll move you in, we'll get some good interviews.
Yeah, either team. Is
Either
there
team,
any
yeah, we
any
did have a
homies trying to
1-1.
pull up?
Yeah, we can. We got some highlight reel game. Vale of
There's
Coach
Tom
Cap.
already.
He's gonna join because he has the permissions to. So what is
Hello?
up? Vale of Coach Cap, the shockwave sender in game 2.
Honestly, a banger, to be honest.
Little bit of a bang, little bit.
Yo, no flame, but don't give engaged support players Morgana. It's not playable.
I mean, he told me to do it.
Oh, damn, unlucky. Reminds me of
Yeah.
me, Capo.
Honestly, we got outdrafted both games, but it's okay.
Yeah. No. First, the second game, Hecarim is OP, so it doesn't matter.
True,
Yeah,
true.
you drafted Hecarim, so it's just like you get a gold star. Just
It's all win.
Yeah.
Hecarim is all to win.
Quick, nerf
Hecarim's all to win.
Auto win, I guess.
Yeah,
Champions.
Champ's a
Oh,
little
hey,
crazy.
Hey, Catalyst, how are you doing?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome to the Scuff interview.
Well,
All right. Well, I can't really ask any questions because I know the answers. Kappa.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
No.
All right, we got Psychic on the cast.
As the manager for Coach Gap.
Show damage chart.
Let me look at the damage
All
chart.
right, yeah, here.
All right.
Thanks,
So
Coach.
Kaisa 54k, Oriana 53k, Graves 50k, Camille 35k, Hecarim 30k, Caitlyn 38, Echo 39, Gorn 30k. Damn, that shit broken. Why is there so much damage?
True.
There's your damage chart stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up
Yeah,
on
just do a
screen.
quick-
Yeah, Vale and Gated certainly pulling their weight here in game 2. So, yeah, I guess we'll start off with the game you won first. Just get a positive light on things. Little bit of a PSU LCS gold graph, I'm not going to lie. Early
What does
game,
it look like?
very well played for you guys.
It
Oh
was.
yeah.
Oh, it doesn't even show me the gold graph. How cringe.
Yeah, I mean, we can't see it because we're
A lot of turns.
in play.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think the second game overall. Let me take a look again. What were you guys thinking when you were so far ahead early game when Mike, or yeah, when Hecarim got like
The
4 kills.
4-0
4-0,
Hecarim off a Rift
yeah.
Herald
Yeah.
fight.
I was like, let's fucking go.
Yo, let's what?
Oh wait. Oh my bad. My bad.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
Let's what go?
Um,
Let's
that's right, bro.
freaking go.
There we
Sure.
go.
Yeah.
There we go.
honestly,
Yeah.
like for me, I was like, and I was just too much thinking. Like I was just really focused on trying to like win the game, right? Like it's good that I'm individually ahead. That's awesome. That's great. But like,
Yeah.
even when I was ahead, I was technically behind. Like I was still down XP. I just was focused on trying to,
Yeah.
like be able to win the game for my team. So I wasn't exactly rejoicing,
Yeah, understandable. I guess another question is how, with the departure of your previous starting support, superstar support, coach, manager,
I don't
the
think you're my
tie,
best.
how has the team dynamic changed since then? I suppose is the question.
Much better.
Yo, what?
I don't know. We went bot lane more.
Man, that still worked.
That's toxic. What the? Yeah, I have a question real quick.
Yo,
So
what's up?
I remember you. I don't know if it's last year or this series. You told me that you don't like Ari as mid lane champion, but you did pick him game 1. Why is that?
I don't know. I played it once in scrims and I popped off on it.
Oh.
It was really disrespectful, honestly. I didn't think we were gonna lose like any of the games, so they played really well. In hindsight, I probably should have picked something else. I'm not sure what that would have been, but I was like, oh, let's just go
Yeah,
Ari
sure.
here.
You could say the dynamic change from Le Savants was also in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Or not the Le Savants, what the heck am I talking about? Team Miku.
The Savants, yeah, the
Yeah.
champion, champion squad.
Yeah, I don't
worry.
know. It's just I picked the Ari like really disrespectfully. I didn't know the mid laner, but he played really well too. He actually cheesed me for the solo kill in the second game.
Sounds like
Really
my
surprised.
Captain pick against Urk.
Urgot, yeah, Casson.
The Urgot Caston.
Picked Casson into Urgot mid.
With the Dark Harvest too.
He knew
Yeah.
he knew it was up. You obviously didn't, but he did.
Oh, that's funny.
Good to know that I will have some competition for tryouts in the fall in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Damn.
Some fresh
Bit-
PSU talent.
Uh,
Nightlark here, so I'm gonna move him in as well, because why not? It's a party.
Yup.
All right, get him in.
He is in.
All right, now fight him. Argue. Now argue.
Round 3.
You already
Okay,
fought.
The
okay,
tiebreaker.
so
Better.
hot take.
Yep. Yep.
Tanks do too much damage, and that was the best games PSU LCS has seen this whole season.
no, you didn't see you didn't see
Hello.
Coach Cap versus 5-inch Girth God.
Yeah, that's true.
Game 2.
There was
True.
a few bangers.
You
that
didn't
also
see that.
passed. It's up there. It is definitely up there.
Yeah, the
Certainly
best
up
game of
there.
the series where I was deathless. True. Go watch it.
The best game of the series, the best game was when the last game I was in because
The last game I
No.
was in.
that was the last game I was in, my departure to say the least. Actually, yeah, I have one question for you. So, coming into this, you're essentially auto-filled to top lane, and you have to lane against 4022, the former Division 2 top laner. I guess coming into I'm assuming you didn't expect to go even.
I expected to get pub stomped, and then I saw I was up 20 CS, and I was just like, "What happened?"
Where am I? What am I doing?
Oh,
Quite surprising to me as well. I have to talk to my friend 4022 lol. You know, have to see what went down. As the manager, have to communicate with the
okay.
homie.
You're only the manager.
I was
Yeah.
also surprised that that you guys didn't try to force me off of tanks or onto something more unfavorable because you just let us have the same Ornn matchup. Obviously, he played a lot more aggressive second game, so I was feeling that pretty hard because I was less than even.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
from
out
our
of
point
Ornn.
of view, personally, the first game, my point of view of Ornn right now, he's not very good right now. There's tanks that are better than him, like Scion in
Scion,
the
yeah.
Malphite.
Okay.
Cho'Gath's
Uh,
up there.
I mean,
the first
yeah.
game, I think we had counter into the Ornn. Or did we?
It was
Yeah, no, we
both
blind-
games
we-
got counter. Both games
both
got counter.
games, yeah.
We
No,
blinded
first game
Ornn.
was Camille blind, I think, and then one was
Okay.
picked into a
Second game, we
second
definitely
was
probably
Ken.
should have picked Fiora.
That would have
Mm,
been
yeah, that
definitely a
that
harder
was left
matchup.
up. Yeah. I mean, granted, the reason why behind Ornn first is I played it a bit in solo queue whenever I get autofilled top lane, and on top of the fact that it's I'm not really the carry, so even if I'm a lesser tank, just the free stats that we get off of
Mhm.
Ornn items is just insane.
ah,
Yeah.
so you're a tool for your team.
The champion
Exactly.
Playing
isn't
solo queue.
definitely bad. There's just champs that are better, I think.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I think I probably would have lost harder though if I played Scion. If I'm being
That's-
honest.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Sound is definitely harder to play, I'd say, compared to Ornn.
I mean, I do have the strategy of just AFK shove waves and then just if I get ganked, just ult out and just
Yeah.
not interact with the lane. But
Yeah, I have some.
I sort of expect Catalyst and Ivan here to be a lot better at that. So
Yeah,
for
that's
such a
out.
brainless strategy to work.
Yeah.
I did get some insider information. 422 did say my homie Mimok insane. Only reason why I
Yeah.
can't kill this guy over and over again. So might be a bit of a jungle difference.
Oh boy.
Yeah, all I'm saying is Mitmok must have mind control or something, because he's literally making his laners miss waves so he can steal my jungler's camps. It's really cringe.
Yeah, kind of crazy how hard Miku plays for jungle. Not gonna lie.
All right, that about wraps it up for me. I suppose for questions.
I
Do
got
any
nothing.
other?
You guys have hit it
No,
out
I'm
of
good.
the
I'm
park.
good. All right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping in, and that's pretty much gonna be it. I'll check the drive really quickly to see if we have any other games coming up that are on the caster sheet. For all you captains who are tuning in, put your games on the caster sheet so I can cast your games or someone can cast your games. We like casting games. It's fun.
Now that
It's a
two
good
of the
time.
premier casters have retired from their PSU LCS team.
Oh, here's one to add from me. Sunday, Coach Gap versus the Silver Guardians. It's gonna be a
Okay.
banger.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, the
What
last.
time?
I'd rather.
Just add to the sheet yourself. I don't. You
All
got
right.
it. I believe in you.
I'd rather watch
3:28.
All right,
5-inch
Pog.
Girth Gods with Captain Rooks, the last Girthbender versus Sonic Dakota Watanabe Weave.
Jesus.
Cool.
I don't
And
know.
Rooks the
either
last
event,
Girthbender.
next game will be that one on the 28th. I don't know why I put our game as the 23rd. I lied.
No, it doesn't matter. We know.
Keck W. Yep, 28th we got two games. One at 5 p.m. versus with this PP Pup versus 5-inch Girth Gods, and then we have one according to our good friend Vale here, which is Silver Guardians versus Coach Gap again. Those are probably the next games. We actually have one as well tomorrow, which is Silver Guardians versus 5-inch Girth Gods. So, some games coming up. Make sure you tune in. We'll try to stream as much as we can. But other than that, that is pretty much all we have for you guys tonight. So thank you so much for tuning in. Banger of a series, and we will catch you all next time on the Rift.
All right. Bye bye.